All right, welcome, KMA land listeners. You are listening to KMA Extreme here. We are in Council Bluffs, where it's a game, boy-girl doubleheader game of bragging rights here in Council Bluffs, as we got Lewis Central hosting St. Albert. First game we got coming up is the girls varsity matchup, and it's going to be a big one. I'm Dusty Scahill alongside Brian Bertini. Brian, what do you got to, what's your prediction going on for this game? What are we going to have to look forward to?
Well, I tell you what, it's warm outside, but I think it's going to get really warm and heated up inside this gym tonight. These two teams, all four of them tonight, boys and girls both, playing really well. St. Albert girls off to a great start, 4-1 on the season, 2-0 in the conference. They come in ranked number 7, Class 1A right now. They're a very solid squad right now. They just came off a nice win. They just destroyed Creston 81-21 this past Tuesday. Chris Hannafin and his Lewis Central squad, 3-1, 1-0. Again, a little under the radar, not in the top 15 in the Class 4A, but that could change tonight, of course, with a victory tonight. They had an impressive win as well Monday night against Council Bluffs TJ, 66-16. So both squads playing really well at the start of the year. Both come off pretty successful volleyball seasons as well. A lot of these athletes, of course, played both sports. They're here. You've got some size on both sides. You've got good guards. You've got good shooters, good defense. Coaches know each other pretty well. This is a conference game, as you mentioned, bragging rights to the city over here. And you'd like to be the team to kind of go into 2023 and say, hey, we got a leg up, and of course both teams without a conference loss, Dusty, kind of keep that rolling and keep that unblemished record on the conference side.
Yeah, when it comes to Lewis Central, their lone loss was versus the ranked number 7 Bishop Heelan, and they'd be ranked in 4A or 5A even. That'd be 4.
Yeah, they're 4A.
4A.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, nonetheless, even though they lost, it was an impressive matchup there. As we go here forward, we got about 5 minutes to tip off, so we might as well just knock out these starting lineups as well, so we can just kind of stay here with you guys for a bit. For the visiting St. Albert Falcons, we got number 3, Ellie Monahan, junior guard. Number 11, senior guard, Lily Crone. Number 15, senior Ella Klussman, a senior forward for the Falcons. Ava Underwood, number 41, sophomore forward. And number 43, senior Missy Evasick will be the rounding off starting lineup for the St. Albert Falcons. Coach Richard Wettingle will be, trying to coach his pretty experienced squad. They do have one sophomore starter, but overall, definitely got the experience under their belt. Like you said, volleyball, a lot of them played volleyball as well, so they're no shy opponent to a competition, especially versus a Lewis Central squad. For Lewis Central, coached by Chris Hannafin, he's got the squad also very experienced, 4 seniors and a junior. Number 14, Lucy Scott is a senior. Senior, number 15, Addison Holt. Senior, number 20, Avery Hannafin. Junior, number 21, Brooke Larson. And last but not least, senior, number 25, Madison Jones will round out the squad for the Lewis Central Titans. Like I said, we got about 4 minutes to tip off here. So let's just go ahead. We can take one quick break, and we'll get right back right before the tip off for your KMA Extreme live stream. Lewis Central hosting St. Albert's. We'll be back right back for the tip-off. All right, welcome back, KMA Land. You're listening to the KMA Extreme live stream here in Council Bluffs, home of the Lewis Central Titans. We've got a big matchup tonight where they are hosting the St. Albert Saints, taking on this boy-girl doubleheader. Girls will be tipping off first. As we're getting ready here, we've got two Hawkeye 10 conference teams going to be going at it. Like we said earlier, inter-city matchup. A little bit of bragging rights for the, I think both on the east side of Council Bluffs. I think they're a little bit more than AL and TJ, but nonetheless, both in Council Bluffs. Going to be a heck of a matchup. We have Dusty Scahill doing this. Color commentary is Brian Bertini. Brian, we kind of touched on a little bit of the pre-game, a little bit. Do you have anything else you wanted to, any other thoughts you have before this tip goes?
Yeah, I think a couple of things that goes under notice a little bit is the coaching staffs for both squads. Both teams have established coaching staff. Dick Weddingle for the St. Albert Saints, longtime assistant T. Gary White, a longtime girls coach, has been inside. They work well together. And Dan Miller, who coached the boys for a long time at Lewis Central now. This is his second year with Coach Chris Hannafin, and he just brings an excitement. He brings a little different look to things, and they've got a really established squad and coaching staff, and that consistency helps, and it really allows when you get ex-head coaches being your assistant, they understand lots of things, they work well together, and I think what you see is these two teams are so well prepared coming in that, there's no surprises. It's going to come down to what it usually does, Dusty. Take care of the basketball, stay out of foul trouble, don't let teams go on big runs, control the boards, and make good shots when you have to, and you can come out on top. But tonight, I think we got two fantastic games tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, both squads have size. Both squads are going to be, like you said, taking care of the ball is going to be a key. They have the good start of it with the experienced basketball players. They've all have been playing for a long time, and since a lot of them are seniors, they've probably been playing together for a long time. So you're really hoping for a really good, crisp, clean basketball coming up tonight. Well,
and there'll be adjustments, in-game adjustments. Both coaches will switch things up. Of course, Missy Evazek, the 6'4" girl, so the St. Albert Saints have that post presence. Lewis Central will do a little bit more perimeter action and try to get some girls exposed on the outside.
Most definitely, St. Albert is starting two girls that are over 6 feet tall, and then Lewis Central has 0, so it'll definitely be interesting. All right, there was the national anthem. We are getting ready to tip. Gotta mention we got a great crowd here tonight. Pretty much a full gym. It's going to get fuller as the night goes on. They don't have
far to travel to get here, do they?
That's exactly right.
That's a nice perk about
everyone's going to catch this one, aren't they?
Right.
So here
other things to talk about too. It's still early in the season, but remember, new foul rule this year: 5 fouls per quarter. It'll reset at the quarter. No more 1-and-1. So when you hit 5 fouls, you go to immediately to double bonus. You get 2 fouls. You still get 5 fouls as a player. That didn't change. But this does a little different thing. So at the end of the first quarter, we'll reset back to 0. And when you get 5, you're in double bonus. It does change a few things. They're trying to see what it does. It's more resembling the college game. The shot clock, of course, this is the second year for that. It's back in play as well.
Which I love.
And I think the coaches it still takes a little bit of adjustment to kind of settle in. And of course, your scores people they've all got to kind of get adjusted. They've only had maybe a couple games under the belt so far to kind of get used to doing some of the different changes. But things iron out, and officiating is big. How do the girls adapt to the officiating too, Dusty? Because if it's a game that's called tight. You got to back off a little bit, and you got to make sure you want your key players to be in the game late.
And there we go. We have the tip. Lewis Central controlling the ball for the first possession. Get it to their point guard, Addison Holt. She's going to try to start things going for them. Larson with a nice drive, a good defense as well, but Lucy Scott ends up with that loose ball. Kicks it back out to Holt.
Man-to-man defense by the Saints here early.
Doing a good job of keeping their man in front so far for sure. Hannafin with a nice little drive, stops and pops, but the ball is deflected by Ava Underwood. She gets a hand on it. Ball out of bounds. It will stay here. Shot clock doesn't reset, though. 19 seconds left on that shot clock.
Size, of course. Missy Evasek, 6'3", 6'4". She's going to patrol the paint. She's not going to stray too far. So if you get past the initial defender, you've got maybe somebody staring at you there and wearing a green jersey.
Ava Underwood, the other 6-footer for the Saints, and she was the one that tipped, actually, so she must have a little bit of athleticism jump to her, so then say trust her to do the tip-off, and as I say that, she gets that rebound. She chases it down.
Yeah, I watched her earlier this season in the opening game at Tri Center. She looked really good. She's got some skills, and tell you what, Coach Witten goes, nice to have her a sophomore this year. She's going to come into her own.
Lewis Central comes out in a zone situation, actually, leaving Lucy Crone out there for three.
Lily Crone.
Lily Crone, sorry about that. Thank you.
Yeah. Crone does it. Oh, that was Klussman, actually. I think that was number 15.
Was it 15?
Yes.
I thought it was 11. Nonetheless, Lewis Central is able to get, they get the first step on their girls, but then, like you said, there's going to be a green jersey waiting there for them with that help defense. But if they can continue to get that first step, they got something creating.
And it's all about the matchups, depending on who, Coach Wettengo wants to guard Lewis Central's player, and so he can move Evasek to kind of keep off. She's not going to stray too far from the paint. If you get 5 perimeter shooters, though, she is going to have to come out, which does open up some drive potentials. First point on the board there, right there, by number 14.
Or Lewis Central.
That would be Lucy Scott.
Lily Crone ends up with that rebound there. There, I can give her the credit there on that one. Nice defense. Hannafin gets a hand on it for the Titans. They look up ahead. They find Hannafin once again. She makes a nice little juke step. Comes up a little short on that shot, but that was pretty good defense there.
Yeah, Brooke Larson, number 21 right now for the Titans. She's got a little stronger up in the upper body. She's the girl that's going to kind of do lots of things defense. It's kind of like the quarterback, I think, on the defensive squad. Right? She does such a good job getting in the right place.
Klussman had a nice opportunity once again, but doesn't get it to fall down. They do get Evasek down in there, and they find her down there and get a nice little 2-point basket there.
There's your 6'4 girl, 6'3 girl right there doing the cleanup. Nice job.
Ellie Monahan was the one that got that offensive rebound and found Evasek. Little body got in there and got scrappy with it.
And both teams will go about 7-8 girls deep. They'll run a lot of players in. And they're going to play pretty much up-tempo. They're going to put some pressure on. We saw St. Albert likes to go a little 2-2-1 at times.
Brooke Larson with a nice little dribble drive, and she gets one to go finally. She's had a couple of nice drives.
Yep, she's very active. She's very good with the dribble, Dusty. She can take people off that. She's very creative on her shot. She can shoot at different angles, and Lewis Central gets their first official basket of the night here.
See if St. Albert can whip the ball around and get that zone to move. Nice little skip pass will definitely do that.
Yeah, good help right there. Yeah, 2-3 matchup zone by the Titans here earlier in the first quarter anyway.
Larson with a little bit of an indecision.
I think it was blocked a little bit, Dusty.
Yeah, nonetheless, St. Albert's will come up with it with a good defense. I didn't think anyone was going to stop her, but they eventually did stop ball, made her do a little drop and stop. There we go. Nice pass
Underwood,
there.
Yeah. I watched Ava Underwood again that Tri-Center game. I'm just really impressed with her. She just seems to have that kind of knack to be in the right place at the right time.
Coach Hannafin getting his squad together, getting a nice little set play. Holt stops and pops, but it's going to be no good. Rebound Monahan for the Saints. Skips it over. Klussman swings it back over this way. Monahan's trying to get into Evasek, but
she had the right pass, that diagonal pass. I don't think she had enough height on it. If she gets it up about 4 or 5 inches higher, I think Missy's going to be able to gather it in and put it in for a basket. But like I said, I think Coach Weddingle happy with that angle pass, Dusty, just not the angle of which it was released.
Couple of subs in for the Lewis Central Titans. Anna Strohmeyer will be coming in, and so will Sydney Teen. I believe St. Albert they still have the same starting squad out there. So Hannafin brings in 2 subs, trying to get a little bit of fresh meat in there. Swings it back over to Larson. They find her at the top of the key. She's going to take that little elbow shot, and it's good. That's a nice little soft shot.
And she can't get any closer because Missy with the 6'3", wingspans in there. So she pulled up and shot that mid-range about 12 feet. Nice job by Brooke.
Nice confidence on that shot. Sometimes you don't know what you're going to do with that little elbow, and you kind of shorthand it, but she stepped up real well there.
Well, there's a zone buster right there, number 15.
She's going to be doing it, Ella Klussman, with a nice
that's her
long
second
one.
3 of the night, and that's going to might change Coach Hannafin's defense. He might want to go a little man-man, or at least come out a little bit further, because that was about 3-4 feet behind the line.
That was deeper a little than the previous one. If you're going to stay in the zone, at least
not Caitlin Clark range, but she's pushing it.
Holt with the attempt on the shot, no good. Rebound, Monahan. Nice defense there by Larson. See if they can get it up the head to find Lucy Scott. See if they're going to go a little give and go, but no, Scott takes it herself. Larson with the rebound, tries to go up with it. Shot once again, up and no good. Ava Underwood down with the rebound. Up ahead to Monahan, nice little step through, but that is no good. Monahan comes down with the rebound once again. Back out to, is that Klussman again? Yeah. Or no, it's not. That one's actually Lily Carone. Their ponytails getting away from me. I can't see their numbers.
Kind of getting a little fatigued here as this game's gone up and down pretty aggressive this first 5 or 6 minutes of this first quarter. Hasn't been a lot of stoppages either, have there, Dusty?
Nope. Another little free throw shot for Larson. No good. Scott comes down with the rebound, kicks it out. Nice rebound there by Teen.
Get a jump ball by Sydney Teen. I think it's a jump ball. That's going to it's a pretty good little wave of substitutions, kind of a hockey line change here.
They all see the fatigue coming.
Yeah. They were over there for about a minute and a half as the game didn't stop, so had to wait. But 4 new green jerseys in for the Saints.
Freshman Macy Vetter in for the Lewis Central Titans. Who else popped in there for it? Number 20. Here we go. Avery Hannafin. She's in here. No, she's already been. Maybe she got subbed out earlier. She's back in. Starter.
Yeah, Grace
Avery
Mance.
back in.
Grace Mance. Pass into Mans in the post. She kicks it out.
Nice little drive there.
Oh, nice put back by number 35 right there. Peyton Johnson for the Saints.
Vetter with a nice find there. Sydney Teen.
He come in averaging 8 points. You can see why. There's a timeout by Coach Hannafin. Oh, Coach Hannafin wants a timeout. I think you have to get the timeout before ball's inbounded, but he did.
It's going to be a 30-second here, so we can go ahead and stay here. I think if that's not too, is that all right with you, Josh? All right, perfect. We'll stay here because there's been a lot that's been going on so far. Like you said, it's been fast-paced action. 5-point lead for the Saints so far. They're kind of taking effect with the in-and-out game. They're having, success with Underwood and Evasek underneath, but also with those 2 threes, early on. They're getting a good rhythm on offense going.
I think that might have been a timeout right there where Coach Chris Hannafin and staff, they might want to change something up defensively to identify where people are a little bit because they've been also giving up some offensive rebounds. The Saints have had a couple 2, 3, 4 putbacks, and he wants to eliminate that right there. And without Evasek in the lineup right now, you can attack the rim a little bit more without the girl in the middle. So that might be something he kind of touched on as well. Now you can see now a change. Now they're going to go extended. Now they're going to go to a 2-1-2 kind of full court press here to see if they can take advantage with some of the primary ball handlers on the sideline right now. See if they can force some turnovers.
You definitely nailed that one with the defensive switch is what that timeout was for. That was a excellent call by you.
A long-time coach. You kind of know, and I know Chris pretty well, so you kind of know when you see some personnel change, what you might. There's a steal, but there's a foul coming out. So, you won't do it all the time, but when you get the right personnel and you've got a team that's probably a little bit more athletic, maybe up and down the lineup, you don't have the height. Take advantage of it and get the game more up and down. And Brooke Larson's going to check back in.
Foul call on Avery Hannafin on that one. That is her first. They're going to call a moving screen here. There's a lot of contact there, but nonetheless, they're going to call a moving screen.
The girl got away from the ball. He's watching the ball kind of get away, but he's just going to call a legal screen, so it ends up being a turnover in a sense.
Call that on Caitlin Hendricks for the Saints. That is her first. Team second for St. Albert.
So, yeah, we haven't as much physical game we've had so far and up and down. We've only got 3 fouls total, Dusty.
Yeah, not too bad. I don't mind that one bit.
Nope.
Vetter with a nice little dribble drive just to get the defense to have to commit to her. That might have gone off Larson's foot, but they're going to keep it here.
She was trying to see if she could hit Lucy Scott, a little underneath pass right there, and she kind of lost the handle, but it will stay in the Titans' possession underneath their own basket.
Letting the freshman Vetter take the ball out. That's got to say something with her. They trust her and her to get that ball in. Gets it into Larson. That's up and good.
Good job by Brooke. You see the strength right there, right? Just being able to kind of go up and then regather her balance and do a nice finish.
Her drives were very effective. They've got a purpose to them, not just doing it to do it.
There's the
steal. Kind of wild with the ball there. Larson ends up with it. Is she going to stop and pop again at the elbow? She wanted to. She is going to go a little bit more off the elbow there, soft corner.
That mid-range, she did the little ball fake. The defender went at her. She dribbled around her going left and then hit that shot right there, got the basket, and the old-fashioned three-point play coming up here. And a nice little run here. Was 12-7. That's going to prompt Coach Wettengo with 51 seconds to go here in the quarter to bring some of his girls back in. And, we're 1 point away from a tie ball game here.
That is number 2 on Caitlin Hendricks for the Saints. 1 point lead right now at the moment. Larson trying to tie it up, and she does.
Well, she's got 9 of her team's 12 points right now, and she's got them at the free throw line. She's getting them, defensively getting some steals, hitting those mid-range jump shots. But all that matters to Coach Haniff and the Titans, hey, we're knotted up at 12 here.
She's gotten them at the free throw line when the clock stopped, and the free throw line when the clock's going with her jump shots. And maybe this, little press is going to get St. Albert sped up just enough to where, just like that, speeds them up a little bit, out of sorts. Underwood can't find Evasic.
Yep. Ava Underwood had the right angle, but the pass was a little bit too flat right there, and Evasic couldn't release off there. And again, another turnover now. Again, a chance, 5-0 run, see if the Titans can extend it, maybe take their lead.
St. Albert trying their own little press on it, but they got a little bit too aggressive with it. Foul call on 35, Peyton Johnson.
This is what we're going to see all night. Either both teams are going to put little mini runs together, 5 or 6 points here, and it's just going to be really who at the last maybe 2 or 3 minutes
who's hot at the right time.
Can finish strong and close this game out.
Vetter, the freshman guard, bringing it up. They got about a 2-second difference on that shot clock. Trying to find Tina inside, yeah.
Evasic, the smart, just to wait until she throws the shot up.
Now St. Albert can wait for that last shot of the quarter if they wish to do so. Finding Molly Wise in that short corner shot is up and no good. Rebound by team. Up ahead, shot didn't quite get off. And that is where we're going to be at. Perfect first quarter there, 12-12. No one took a lead. Pretty good all-around basketball, pretty good all-around coaching. We will bring more action definitely after this, but after one, 12-12, Lewis Central and St. Albert tied. Dusty Scahill, Brian Bertini on the call with the KMA live stream Xstream. We will be right back after these messages. All right, welcome back, KMA Land listeners. You are listening to Dusty Scahill. Alongside me, Brian Bertini. We are here this Council Bluffs Intercity matchup. Lewis Central hosting St. Albert. After one, tied 12-12. Pretty good matchup. Good pace of play. Good coaches and coaching. Ooh, nice long shot there by Lucy Scott. Interrupted my comeback from the commercial with that great quick shot.
Out of the quarter right there, they ran it. Got the screen they wanted on the ball, and of course then it's just a matter of hit the shot, and Lucy Scott delivered.
Ironically, I was about to say, good coaching adjustments made in the first half, and boom, right off that quarter break, a good play call by Coach Hannafin. Kind of adjusted too much on that zone.
A nice three right there.
Left Ellie Monahan wide open.
Yep, and good job. She didn't force the first time she got the ball. She waited the extra pass, got a good look, and did what she needed to do, buried it. We're back not at 15.
Yep, didn't take long to tie it back up. Scott with that hot hand so far. She's up and good.
You like the step right there. She little pump fake, went to her left. A lot of these girls now watching lots of Caitlin Clark, and you start to emulate some of the things that she does. Going left, taking a quick dribble. So a nice job defensively by Larson.
Quick hands all around by the Titans. There's a couple girls there with their hands up, looking up ahead, trying to find Vetter. Vetter gets gathered down with it. Shots up and no good. Rebound Madison Jones. Underwood.
Forcing. Ivasek altered that shot slightly right there. Good job of the Saints to secure the defensive rebound.
Nice steal there by Jones. Stepped right in front of the pass. Holt brings the ball up for the Titans. Getting a nice pick by Jones to free up a shooter, but she got a little quick with the shot to go up with it.
She took her eye off it and just lost the hand a little bit. So another live ball turnover. Here come the Saints.
Back to Monahan. He's choosing to be patient once again. It benefited her last time. Larson saw that pass coming, but just didn't quite get there quite in time. Klusman in the corner does a skip pass. Larson once again does read it. Underwood in the corner. Just a nice little drive. Creates contact, and they will call Madison Jones with that foul.
Yeah, an adjustment by Coach Wettengill, too. He put Crone, who hit a couple threes. She was on that kind of a top of the key to the left a little bit. He put her in the corner, knowing that there's going to be a double team. She can skip the ball out. And they're trying to get the ball to Ava Underwood, which they did right there, Dusty. The good skip pass. Underwood with the quick move on the baseline, attack the basket. If the defender comes over, she can either maybe hit Evasek, or if not, take the shot up, which she did this time. 2 free throws coming up. So little subtle adjustments like that, just where you put your players, can affect how you can get some offensive attacks.
Well, I mentioned twice on that defensive stand that Brooke Larson was looking to intercept it 2 times, and that second time she did it, left Ava Underwood open on that baseline. She was able to drive and create that foul. So, maybe Coach Hannafin's got to tell her, love the aggressiveness. She can't leave Underwood that wide open.
And you got to hope your defense, rotates. You work on that in practice if you make that adjustment. Nice rebound by Evasek right there. She missed a good putback opportunity right there. So they're leaving some points out there, I think, on the floor here early in this first half of the Saints.
Hannafin finding Larson at the top of the key. She will reset the offense, try to get a nice quality shot going. Gets a pick by Jones. Jones follows it nicely, gets the rebound, but cannot find the bottom of the bucket.
Again, just little subtle things like that. Evasek's just height justice, and Ava Underwood cleans that up. And Saints making it tough for the Titans to get some points in the paint.
3-point lead for Lewis Central. We're 2.5 minutes into this second quarter. Nice little find of Underwood underneath. Larson gets a hand on it, though, and she's going to end up with it. Good defensive play all around there by Brooke Larson. They're going to call her a little bit of a hop step there. Travel, turnover for the Titans.
Yeah, I think she drug her foot. She was looking for her teammate back and just drug that foot just a little bit. It's a turnover. So both teams started the quarter with some threes here, and it's kind of where we're at, yeah.
Trying to get their rhythm back on these offenses. Both these defensive have been very active, not making it easy on these offenses so far. St. Albert doing a decent job of swinging the ball back and forth, trying to make that zone move a little bit. But Lewis Central's good with adjusting it. They do a really good job of backing up when they need to. Monahan 4-3 up and no good. Larson comes down with the rebound.
That's a good look by Ellie. She hit one earlier, and you get another girl that hits on the perimeter. Now you always kind of spread that defense out.
Nice find for Jones underneath.
Blocked by Evasek.
Evasek gets 2 in a row, but they're going to call a little bit of a body. I don't think that's going to be on Evasek.
It might be on 41, Ava Underwood. You might be right. Yep. But she got enough of it on that first block, didn't she, Dusty? And then she Missy's really improved her footwork in terms of how quick she can get back off the floor on the second appearance and get up and, stuff like that. That's just, she had a great volleyball season this year.
Blocked that first one, and even though she won't get a credited block for that second one because of the foul call, but she allowed her not to get an and one situation with still blocking it.
Now she's going to take a break for just a little bit.
Missed free throw by Jones. They're going to call lane violation. Oh, lane violation on the Titans. It would have been no good if she made it anyway. She
entered the lane just a little bit. They're trying to get that thing, get inside and get that position. But both teams kind of in a quandary here offensively the last couple minutes here, Dusty. We started with, like I said, a couple baskets for each squad to start, and since then, defense has been kind of locked down.
Teen and Strohmeyer in for some replacements for the Titans. Full court press, fall back into the zone for Lewis Central. Swing it over, finding Klussman. Klussman up and good.
Wow.
Nothing. That's her third three.
Yeah, she doesn't need a lot of space, does she, Dusty?
No, not at all. She's ready to let it fly.
We're back right where we started the game, knotted up, tied.
Aggressive defense by Underwood. Nice little step through by Larson. She's going to get that foul call.
That's going to be on Grace Manns, I think, number 45.
I think so.
But again, you see the confidence right there, how Brooke Larson knew that Missy Evasek was out of the lineup. She could attack the rim. Size-wise wasn't going to be, Grace is pretty good size too, but not 6'3". And she could feel a little bit more confident, get deep into the lane right there and see if she can draw some contact, which she did.
She's definitely not afraid to drive. That's definitely a strong point of her offensive attack. First attempt up and no good. 2 team fouls on St. Albert.
So, Lily Crone has got half of her team's points, and Brooke Larson at the line right now has got half of her team's points. So, both girls stepping up, seniors, and providing that leadership here in this first half.
All right, that's foul call there. That'll be team foul number 2 on the Lewis Central Titans. Couldn't quite tell who that was going to be on. See if they put it up.
And we haven't really come close to the double bonus yet here in the first half, have we?
St. Albert got to 4, but it was really late, and then they cleared them off. So at this point, definitely not. Quick hands there by Lewis Central trying to get the ball. Like I said, quick hands
Larson
once again.
Good deflection again. That's a tough pass. It's not the right height angle.
Teen ends up with it. Holt bringing the ball up for the Titans. Nice pick off there by Klussman. Looks up ahead. Breakaway layup up and no good, but nice hustle there by Crone.
Yep, she did a great job of following up. Underwood, a little bit strong, probably thinking she's going to get some contact. Didn't get any, but a nice finish follow-up. Saints back up by 1.
Great back and forth affair so far. If I was smart, I'd be taking note of these the lead changes on how many we've had. Little bit of contact, but they let him play on. Looking up, find Klussman up ahead. She's got a 1-on-2 situation. Up and no good. Holt comes down with the rebound. See what they're going to call a jump ball here. Ball will stay with St. Albert. Good little turnover there then.
Addison Holt had it, and she just kind of lost her balance and she spun around. The ball got tied up, and it looked more egregious than it really was. But yeah, it's going to stay with the Saints under the basket.
Hard to tell if this is going to be a zone from out of bounds. It looks, yeah, they'll drop back into that 2-3 zone.
Ooh, almost over and back.
3 minutes left in this first half. St. Albert with that 1-point lead. Nice play once again by Larson. She's so good at anticipating those passes and where they're going to come from. Finds Lucy Scott up ahead. She tries to do a little scoop shot, up and no good. Teen gets the rebound and gets the foul called against her, but she will head to the line.
I don't know if Lucy thought she was that far into the basket when she tried that, but what great hustle by Sydney Teen right there to pick up that offensive rebound, draw the contact, and make it a shooting foul as well, Dusty.
3rd team foul on St. Albert. 2:38 left in this first half. If they stay aggressive, they might get to that double bonus.
Evasek back in the lineup for the Saints. She's going to replace Grace Manns. So Coach Swittengo giving her about a minute and a half break once in a while. When I think you'll probably see her finish out this first half.
Yeah, that breaks are getting a little shorter with Lewis Central getting 2 offensive rebounds in a row, 2 different possessions.
And credit Missy, she's got 0 fouls, so she can really be aggressive here, Dusty.
And she has been anyway, so she can continue as she's been doing. Up ahead to Underwood. They're going to say she took a little extra step there.
Yeah. Ava tried to turn around and look where things were. And in the NBA, you probably get away with that, right? You get the bonus step. Lewis Central Iowa, or Council Bluffs Iowa tonight? Not tonight.
Yeah, that ref was right in front of it. He saw it.
Yeah.
So they will give Ava Underwood a quick little break here. Caitlin Hendrick will come in for her. Ball is out of bounds.
Another
it will
block
stay
by
with Lewis Central.
right there.
Always creating.
I think Coach Hannafin not happy. He thought maybe she kind of swung her arm down, but it did go off a green jersey, so it'll stay with the team in white.
So he won't get too mad then.
Well, if he gets a basket here, he won't be.
Yeah. Lucy Scott picks up her dribble. Is going to need some help. Holt does come out to help her finally. Lewis Central doing a little weave action up top, trying to get some motion offense going to find somebody. They were going to find Holt in the corner.
I think that was Crone right there, the deflection.
Crone will be the one to bring it up, swings it over, finds
Deep
Klussman
three.
open. No good. Evasek reaches over, gets that rebound.
Good job by Missy right there. She loves going that baseline. She's practiced a lot on shooting that ball high off the glass right there, kind of doing that over-the-shoulder shot. She gets the basket and coming up with an and one chance.
Foul will be on Sydney team. That's Lewis Central's third. Now that I have started to take note of the lead changes, that will be, I'm going to call it lead change number 5. I'm pretty sure I might be even one short on that. Up and no good on the free throw attempt for Evasek. Anna Strohmeyer thinks better of taking it herself, even though no one really stopped her. She's going to give it back to Larson. Larson gives it to Holt. We're going to start over, she says. Nice
to work some high-low picks here, see if they can get a mismatch on a screen.
They're trying to get a motion offense going, but there is a little bit too much standing around for that offense to be totally effective. Swings the ball over to Larson. Larson's got 5 seconds to do something with it. In and out, no good.
It's a good look right there, even though it's late in the shot clock. It wasn't a forced shot. She had a good look at that. I think Coach Hannafin will take that one, especially in that juncture of the shot clock.
And she delivered it with confidence, trying to get that ball back into Evasek. Man, Larson with another steal. She's got to have 4 or 5 in this first half.
We're going to timeout.
Hannafin gets a nice timeout, saves his team, saves the ball. So we are at 22-21, the visiting St. Albert Saints with the lead. They're going to take a timeout, so we'll take a timeout. We'll be back with 1 minute left in this first half. Welcome back here to Lewis Central. We're watching Lewis Central host the St. Albert Saints. So far, a really good basketball affair. We are at a 1-point lead for the visiting St. Albert Saints. 1 minute left in this first quarter, and see what coaching adjustments they make after this timeout.
Yeah, I mean, really neither team in foul trouble. There's only 3 this quarter. You look up on the board, some of your key players with 1, maybe 2 fouls at the very most, so you can still be aggressive. And just don't underestimate, St. Albert's a 1A squad playing a 4A squad tonight, and they're holding their own. So this is a great game for both squads because it's helpful. It's a conference game, of course, but it's also, as you get, the end of the season tournaments, you're playing some top quality things. But yeah, you want those bragging rights, and she just double dribbled right there.
Shoot, unforced error there for Lewis Central. Not what they wanted off a timeout. Addison
just took her eye off. She was looking to see for a player come around. You just got that ball caught up against your hip right there. So those are the ones that drive coaches a little frustrating because it's, like you said, unforced, about 40 feet away from the hoop.
Didn't even really get the offense rolling yet. Just got across that
another
line.
travel.
Yep.
So we
Pump fake
those kind of
there.
canceled out, didn't they?
Yeah.
So we were back. We were at the Lewis Central ball in 7 seconds less.
The score's close. The turnovers are close.
Yeah.
This is a well-matched up affair.
We'll just do this all over again.
All right, now there's 1 minute left in the half, we'll say. About a good 15 seconds difference on that shot clock, so they can really get a nice look at the hoop here. Hannafin drives along baseline, trying to find Teen, but Evasick gets her hands on there. They're called jump ball. That'll stay here with Lewis Central.
And that's so tough because you want to attack the basket, but Evasick, then the backboard becomes like a defender too, Dusty, and you get that angle because you can't shoot through it or around it. So it ends up just kind of puts you in a spot where you don't have a lot of options. The jump ball stays in the possession of the Titans.
Hannafin finds Scott open for three. She goes up and no good. Teen down with the rebound. She tries to go up with it, and they might finally get Evasick for a foul.
Yeah, that
she was straight up and down that time, too.
That time there's a little bit of contact. I think Missy might have leaned a little bit forward, but doesn't matter what we think, I guess. The official called it what he saw on the floor. And
I don't think they did. They don't ended up calling not on her. I think they hit Klussman with it.
So it might have been the foul down the reach on the help defense coming from the top side. But all we know is we're knotted up 22. And again, this game has just got that feel of just little back and forths, and it's like a big heavyweight fight here. And either team able to get a good looks in.
Sydney Teen with another one. She's got 6 points and 4 free throws. If you can get a bench player to just consistently knock down free throws, that's got to be a great sign for your
you can
team.
see why she's averaging 8 points a game right now early in the season for the Titans. Probably hold for the last shot here. This will be a 2-for-1 too. The Saints get a shot to end the quarter and start the second half with the ball.
Trying to get some nice patient looks here.
Looking for maybe a screen, see if I can get a little ball release and see if I can get an angle pass to Evasick. There's a three in the corner.
It will be Peyton Johnson taking that three up and good.
And that's going to end it.
That'll be a nicely timed one, like you said, 2-for-1 coming up. So that is where the first half will end. 2-point lead for the visiting St. Albert Saints, 25-23. Pretty good affair so far. We will be right back. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back at halftime, talk about what we saw in this game. Dusty Scahill alongside me is Brian Bertini. You're listening to KMA Livestream Extreme here in Council Bluffs. We'll be back right after this short break. All right, welcome back here. We are at halftime of this Hawkeye 10 conference matchup. First game in the boy-girl doubleheader. First half, we have St. Albert leading the Lewis Central Titans by 2, 25-23 for the St. Albert Saints. Ella Klusman leads the way with 9 points. Missy Evasick has 4. And off the bench, Peyton Johnson has 5 with that late three-pointer that right before the buzzer for the hometown, or I guess home school we'll call it, Lewis Central Titans. Brooke Larson has 9, Lucy Scott has 7, and Sydney Teen has 6 off of the bench. Brian, that was pretty good back and forth affair so far. 6 lead changes or ties, just really good quality basketball to watch as well. What do you think about that first half?
Yeah, we were tied 12-12 at the end of the first quarter. It was 12-7 at one time there. St. Albert had the 5-point lead. Then LC went on a 5-0 run. They subbed out, and then LC went to that little bit full-court press, got some steals. Brooke Larson kind of made a couple great shots. The Saints have done it with the perimeter shooting, basically. You got, Klusman's hit a couple threes. Johnson, as you mentioned at the end, hit that big three to give them a 2-point lead. Lewis Central's done some defense. They've got some turnovers in the press. They've tried to attack the basket and see if they get Evasick in foul trouble, but she's not biting. But she is swatting away a lot of shots and altering some things. And, really both teams have been playing aggressive, but nobody in foul trouble. And I think we're in store for a great second half. And I think it's going to be a lot like what we saw first, back and forth, little mini runs. And it might come down to whoever can make some free throws or get that, little couple steals and flip the script here, walk away with a big victory and keep that unblemished record in the conference. Both teams tonight still not lost. St. Albert 2-0 in the conference, Lewis Central 1-0, so you'd love to finish this week off undefeated in first place.
Yes, St. Albert with 5 threes in the first half, so 15 of their 25 coming via the three-pointer. That's definitely the way they got their lead in that first half. For the Titans, a lot of good drives by Brooke Larson. She's got 9 points, 4 field goals. All of them pretty much little jumpers other than one layup, I believe, but nice soft jumps there. They also had a couple long balls. Lucy Scott hit 2 threes for the Titans as well, but that is where we're at. We got about 5 minutes left in this halftime. 2-point lead, St. Albert Saints over the Lewis Central Titans. Like you said, winner gets to be undefeated still in the conference, so we got a big, nice matchup coming up in the rest of this second half. We'll go ahead and take that little 5-minute break. Dusty Scahill. Alongside me is Brian Bertini, and you are listening to KMA Live Stream Extreme. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back. We are just getting ready to start this second half in this Hawkeye 10 Conference basketball boy-girl doubleheader. First game is the girls' game. Lewis Central hosting St. Albert Saints in that first half. Bunch of lead changes going back and forth. Really good basketball coaching going on. The end of that half ended with 25-23. Peyton Johnson hit a three-pointer late that gave St. Albert that last little bit of a lead. Actually, I'm going to mark that down. That would be the 7th lead change or tie that would happen in that game. I forgot to mark it down at the end of the half.
And St. Albert will get the ball to start the second half, so you can maybe put a little 5-0 run here, finish with 3 and, get a basket here. And, again, I think both these teams is kind of what we thought. Dusty going in, it's going to be give and take. It's only going to be a couple baskets either way, and it's going to come down to valiant possessions, making shots when you get a chance. And so far, really nobody in foul trouble, so we really can't say that's an issue. Now, that could change here quickly in the third quarter, but so far, all the players can still be really aggressive defensively.
Both teams coming out with starters on the floor to start this second half. Here we go. We're underway here in Council Bluffs.
Kind of a 1-1-3, kind of a 1-1. I'd call it maybe a 2-3 matchup, kind of a 1-1-3 staggered defense here. They're going to jump out and rotate. They're going to always make sure there's 2 people down near Evasek.
Definitely a well-coached defense because it kind of has that amoeba take to it. Like you say, sometimes you can't identify it. They find Underwood in the short corner. He's going to get the ball into Evasek. The ball gets kind of low on her. It's tipped away. Just
deflected right there, and Coach Wettengill not happy. He's hoping Missy would be able to secure with the hands on that.
Kick out to Hannafin. She's going to do a nice little drive. That ball is stuffed by Underwood. Ball ended up in Klussman's hands, but she actually tight-roped and kind of got a foot on the line, so the ball will stay with the Titans on the left side of the floor.
Again, both teams just making it really hard to get any kind of offensive flow. Good defense on both squads here, and that's why we got a 25-23 halftime score. Just everything's tough.
Slightly low-scoring affair, but that does not mean the quality of basketball is low by any means.
Officials are letting them play, too, aren't they?
Yeah, they definitely are. Evasek lines up with that rebound. Kicks it over to Moynihan. Finds Klussman. She's not afraid to shoot a little bit off there on that three-point shot, though. Ball will go to the Titans.
I like the look right there. Just didn't get that one to fall. And again, everything difficult. St. Albert kind of content to play a lot of man-to-man here. And again, Evasek can sag off and really clog the lane.
Underwood, same way. She's kind of staying in that lane as well. I think that, those post players are almost doing their own little zone as they don't really have anyone particularly matched up on. Underwood's not afraid to leave Hannafin, on that three-point line really at all.
Coach Hannafin trying to do a little, kind of get Larson trying to go to the hoop right there.
And right there, Underwood was there for the help defense to deflect that ball away. It will stay with the Titans, but they only have 10 seconds left on that shot clock.
And that was one where Evasek had pulled out way up by the free throw line, and he wanted somebody, in this case Larson, attacking the basket. The pass was a little bit late behind her, otherwise they might have had a layup.
Get the ball into Hannafin on that out-of-bounds play. Hands it off to Larson. Larson with the dribble drive. Ball is deflected. She does do a good job of kicking it out to Holt, but she could not get the ball up in time. That'll be a shot clock violation. Good defense by St. Albert.
Yeah, and Coach Hannafin wanted Addison Holt to let that go. He says, shoot the ball. You had a good look, and she took one extra dribble knowing the shot clock was going to run out. So good defensive possession right there by the Saints to force the turnover.
With that dead ball situation, Lewis Central's able to set up their press. St. Albert does break it, gets the ball into Evasek off her hands. That will go the other way. So the press was effective, got him to speed up, got a turnover out of it.
Yeah, good defense right there by Madison Jones. She just got enough and tipped it up and deflected it, and it went off the hands of Evasek. So again, both teams making it really hard, Dusty, to even get some good looks and offensive flow going here.
So hard, 2 minutes in, we have no score. Let's see if Holt can change that. She does. She stops and pops and gets her first two.
She got around the defender, hit that little mid-range shot. I think that's where the basket's going to be made from if you're Lewis Central.
They've been successful so far. They got about 4 or 5 of those little mid-range shots. Ooh, that might be off.
Evasek again, yep.
So the press speeds them up once again. Nice overall defense from Lewis Central.
Coach Wettengill says, I'm going to make a change here. Looks like number 23. Looks like Molly Wise, I think, is going to check in the lineup.
Anna Strohmeyer in for the Titans.
Wise is going to come in for Evasek, and I think he's just one of those, you know what, just sometimes you need to refocus and get my point across by take you out for just a second. Let you know I want you to catch the ball. You'll get back in there.
We're going to need you. We're going to rely on you, definitely. Strohmeyer with that pump fake finds Holt open for a three at the top of the key. In and out, no good. Larson down with the rebound.
Good block right there by Underwood again. It's going to go off the hands of Larson. Ava Underwood, I tell you what, she's probably got 2 blocks for sure, probably 3 or 4 deflections or shot alters one. So the 5'11 sophomore, boy, I tell you what, you like what I see from her.
5'11 with long limbs, so she's able to have that big reach to get the tip.
Well, they got her
ball
at 6 foot. She might be 6 foot.
St. Albert breaks the press, but still in a kind of a frantic hurry. Not really getting organized offense yet off of this press breaker. Out of bounds ball will stay with the Saints.
Are you surprised we're tied here?
No, nope. And I'm not surprised there's only been 2 points in the second half
exactly.
either.
But a lot of action. It's not like it's a game of
Definitely.
stop. There's just lots of happening. The girls are just doing a great job of rotating and making everything difficult. There's another example right there.
Underwood trying to battle for it. They're going to give Wettengill the timeout. They will. I think St. Albert will get that timeout. Yeah. So they're going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout. 5 minutes left in this third quarter. Tie ball game, 25-25. We'll be back right after this. Dusty Scahill, Brian Bertini on the call. You're listening to KMA. All right, welcome back. Quick 30-second timeout taken by St. Albert, so we will get back to the action. 5 minutes left in this third quarter. 25-25, all tied up here. St. Albert will be taking the ball out underneath the hoop with 9 seconds left on their shot clock.
Again, chance for Coach Wettengill to kind of set a play right here. Going to go under the basket.
Lewis Central does a good job of staying up nice and straight. 5 seconds left on that shot clock. Underwood ends up getting the ball to Underwood.
Wow,
she
right at the buzzer.
Shot clock.
Good job by Ava to get that quickly up, not waste the time with the dribble. It's a big basket right there for the Saints.
Klussman with the dribble drive on that baseline, gets the ball to Underwood to get it up and good. Gets the ball into Larson. She does a nice quick move and creates contact and gets the foul called on her.
That was, again, without Evasek in the lineup right there. They worked a little 2-man game on that side, Dusty. Larson got up, got her defender pinned behind her back and kind of spun, kept her on the back. She didn't get the basket, but free throws coming up.
Brooke Larson, so good. She got a very quick first step, dribble drive, and there she did a nice little spin move and just took off. Gets a shooter's roll. Nick gets the first one to go down. She's in double digits finally.
17 returns the Titan lineup.
She's got 11 now. Yep.
Yeah.
She had that one free throw right there in the first half to put her at 10. So
second attempt is no good. Rebound, Moynihan. For being one of the shorter girls out there, she's got 5 rebounds. She finds a way to get that ball.
And box out on free throws, missed shots, so important.
Straight pick off there by Larson. She's really good at anticipating those passes. She's going to dribble drive with all eyes on her, so she kicks it out to Holt. Holt up, in and out, no good. Larson with the higher reach and everybody else, and comes down with that offensive rebound. 2 in a row, actually. Then draws the foul.
That's just strength right there by Brooke. You can just see her right there. Another year under her belt this year. This year a junior. She's just a little stronger. She's 5'11". She gets off the floor so fast. And the strength right there to absorb a little contact and get a shot off. So back to the line she goes for 2 more free throws.
Absorbed contact on that first shot, too, and was able to withstand it enough to get that second rebound so she could get to the line.
Yep, and she's leaving some points out there on the free throw line. You can see Coach Hannafin say, hey, just finish. You're kind of falling back. Finish that shot toward the hoop. Sometimes you want to pull that hand back. Let that shooting hand kind of fall in. I always talk about reaching the cookie jar, reach into that cylinder, hold that follow through.
Macy Vetter, Sydney Teen in for the Titans. Caitlin Hendrick in for the Saints. Up and good on her second attempt is Larson.
She's got 12 points, leading score for the game tonight for both squads. 12 hard-earned points, though, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, very, very much so.
Quick 3.
Boom. And good. I was just about to say that was Another tie situation.
Derek Martin, if you're listening.
But Klussman breaks it.
Derek's trademark saying boom, and that was a boom right there because she just delivered one right there.
Shot it with confidence, nothing but net. They take the 3-point lead.
So she says, Brooke Larson, you got 12? I'm ready for 12.
It's true, that's right.
All 4 threes.
All of them are threes. She has 4 3-pointers. Scott gets the ball over to Teen on the wing. Of course, they get the ball to Larson, and Larson takes off with it. Nice dribble drive, and she ends up finishing that one.
Well, Evasek's matched up with Teen. She's not going to come out too far, but she came out far enough. The ball was reversed quick enough to Larson. She navigated through some traffic in there. And she got through in the and one coming up. So Brooke Larson is taking over in the third quarter.
Starting to turn it up, isn't she? Shot up and good, starting to get rhythm in all of the ways. She's got 15.
Well, she comes in averaging about 12 points a game, 6 steals and 6 rebounds. I'm saying she's reached those numbers. I bet she's got 6 steals and 6 rebounds.
She definitely does.
And, you know, she's up to 15 points. She's got half her team's points, which she's capable of doing that.
Got a little aggressive with that one. Put her hands on her.
I think it was almost, she kind of lost her balance and she just kind of fell on the defender. But, yeah, pretty obvious call. That's her second foul, team's first. Still pretty good, I think, for as aggressive as they've been, Dusty. She's, you know, you played basically, 2.5 quarters. You've only got 2 fouls. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, I'd take it.
Long three by number 35.
35, Peyton Johnson with
That's
her
their
second three.
one. Boy, I tell you what, she's delivered some big ones. That was a high-arching one. Might have hit the rafters, but, boy, it did nothing but net when it came down.
Vetter on the drive. She takes one at the elbow, doesn't find anything. Not able to save the ball is Scott, so that will go back to the Saints.
Coach Hannafin see if it was tipped, but it wasn't tipped.
Coach Hannafin's doing his best to
he's trying to
politic
see if it
for
was tipped. I don't know if Vetter's ball was tipped. And of course, we don't have any challenge flags, so.
I'm a long ways away, but I don't think it was tipped. Get the ball up ahead, trying to break that press. They do so, get the ball back to Crone, and she's going to reset this offense. Klussman with a nice little dribble drive floater up and no good, all the way down. Evasek gets the offensive rebound.
That's 6-3 being 6-3 right there. She just went up over the top, didn't get the putback, but free throws coming up for Missy.
Took a hard whack to the face, I'm pretty sure.
That's a big foul right there because they got foul number 3 on Brooke Larson, so that might prompt Coach Hannafin to might have to pull her out here. You hate to see her get 4 here and then really limit her ability to be aggressive because that's where she's been effective is offense and defense.
That's where it wouldn't surprise me if St. Albert kind of stretch out that lead if she does pick up that 4th. They have to come out. Hannafin's going to elect to stick with her, though. Expect her to play smart.
Well, at least for a time being, like at least on an offensive possession or 2 here. Yeah, you got to trust your veteran players. You can see Evasek not going to challenge her.
Definitely sagged back a step or 2. Hands the ball off to Larson. All eyes will be on her. She's going to drive anyway. Evasek gets a hand on it, but they're going to call her with contact.
And that time she got in the tier, and that time Evasek a little bit late rotating over. Their hands were not parallel that time up and down. And that is going to be on her this time.
A little bit of a downward motion there on that one for sure.
That's 4th team foul, so the next one will put the Titans into the double bonus here this 3rd quarter.
And actually with all those blocks, and that is right. That'll be her first of the night. Pretty impressive by her to not be drawing too many of those fouls.
Right now, Brooke Larson, number 21, she's been living at the free throw line here in the 3rd quarter.
Definitely delivering for the Titans in that manner.
Maybe that's why Coach Hannafin elects to keep her out there. He says, look, she's our go-to girl right now, and I'm going to trust that she can navigate through some foul trouble here.
Grace Mans will come in, give Evasek a little bit of a breather.
So you can see now they backed off of that zone press, kind of go more of a kind of a token, little bit of pressure man-to-man.
2-point lead for St. Albert. Larson staying aggressive with it. Nice baseline drive there.
Ooh, almost number 4, wasn't it?
Crone up and no good. Scramble for the ball on the floor. They will call it jump ball. It will go over to Lewis Central now.
Yeah, Larson got dangerously close right there into the free throw line to picking up foul number 4, and that would have prompted him to pull her out.
He had no choice at that moment, pretty much. 34-32, 1:57 left in the third quarter. Close matchup all game so far. Hannafin will do a nice little dribble drive, stop and pop at the free throw. Up and no good. She follows her shot. Ooh. Lands awkwardly, but luckily she gets up right away.
I like the shot right there. It's a little made. She got around. I think Coach Hannafin liked what Addison did right there, or Avery did with that shot, that little mid-range shot. She just a little flat, didn't get it to fall.
Ball will kick back to the Saints then, looking to extend on this 2-point lead.
Someone got the feel if this gets down the end, doesn't it feel like overtime? I mean, just because neither team can get the separation.
It all depend on who has the ball and what the situation will be. But yeah, very much so. It easily could be. Evasick back in the game, goes up with it.
And if that's on Larson, that's 4. I think it is. It is.
That's a shame.
Wow, she just got in the wrong misplace right there, and so she's picked up 3 fouls this quarter, probably in about the last 2 minutes, hasn't she?
I think so.
That's the girl you can least afford to miss right now and have out. But she's going to sit at least for the remainder of this minute 30. And is this that little opportunity the Saints can get that separation that we really haven't seen from any team tonight?
Mark it down. 1:30 left in the third. They had a 2-point lead. See what they stretch it to before Larson can get back in there.
Nice job by Missy. You're a big girl and you get a lot of free throw attempts. Boy, you can get some bonus points if you can make a lot of free throws.
Definitely nice touch to that shot. Good arc to it. Scott goes on the dribble drive, up and no good. Hannafin with the foul. Going back the other way for the Saints.
4th team foul now, so the next foul on both ones will be double bonus. So the Saints had a 5-point lead in the first quarter, 12-7. It really hasn't been much more than a point or two either way for both squads. And they have a chance right now to maybe get the biggest lead of the game if they would get a basket here, bump it up to 6.
Yep, that would be
that
true.
feels like a mountain the way
really
this game is tonight.
It really does. Especially with
points have been at a premium tonight.
Especially with someone with more than half your points on the bench.
Now back to a little bit of a zone here of the Titans. Keep mixing things up. There's a nice steal right there by Scott.
Someone's going to have to help her out. Strohmeyer does help her out, bails her out, gives it back to Holt. Holt will now run the offense, try to get something effective to chip away at this 4-point lead. St. Albert doing a great job of just keeping them in front. Hannafin gets that little elbow shot once again, up and no good. They're going to call a push foul on that box out. Going back the other way to St. Albert.
Double bonus.
They'll be shooting free throws.
So again, nice little 2-man game right there. Hannafin come off the screen right there, look for the shot, didn't get it, and of course then the foul.
Will be
trying to get the rebound.
Klossman stepping up to shoot these free throws.
No more 1-and-1, so you're guaranteed 2 shots, so you can kind of relax on the first one. It kind of changes your mentality as a shooter, I think, a lot, Dusty.
Yeah, not as stressed, I can't miss this one. I got to get to the second one at least.
If you can hit 50%, you're guaranteed to pick up a point in possession if you hit the free throw line.
Madison Jones back in the ball game for Lewis Central. Klussman stepping up for the second attempt. It is good. Count it down. That's her 13th of the ball game. That's the first time she's got it to go down that wasn't a three-pointer.
Right, and now back to their biggest lead of the night to the Saints. 5-point bulge here. Hasn't been that way since 12-7 first quarter. I think it's a big basket right here for the Titans. There's a block.
It's a tip ball there by Crone. Klussman ends up with it. She's going to take it all the way. Ends up getting the ball tipped out. They're going to say it goes off of a green Saints jersey, so it will go back to Lewis Central.
Getting a quick timeout here.
Take a 30-second timeout. Coach Hannafin's going to talk things over with the squad.
This is an important timeout because, again, it's a 2-for-1 possession. Shot clock is off at 26 seconds. You could roll the dice and bring in Larson.
Ooh.
Get an offensive thing. as long as you tell her, hey, you're going to be strictly something that you're going to run an offensive possession, just shoot at the quarter, Or I think you're going to look I'm going to look for Lucy Scott here. Maybe run a double screen somewhere. Maybe start on the baseline, do a kind of a wraparound, get her back to the top. I want a shot with maybe about four seconds left in the quarter so that St. Albert can't push anything down. Then I'm guaranteed, if I don't have a tie-up, Dusty, to get the ball to start the quarter. So I get a 2 for 1. So maybe you get a 3 and then, get within two and then hit a basket and you're right back tied again. So
they elect to leave.
Coach Hannafin he wanted that timeout to set something up, and now St. Albert's going to extend the defense here, full court man.
Elect to leave Larson on the bench. They got Strohmeyer, Vetter, Holt, Scott, and Jones out there. And the worst case scenario for the Lewis Central Titans, steal up and good by Klussman. That is the biggest lead now at 7.
Yeah, good job right there defensively to put a little pressure on. There's a foul in the open court, and you can see Coach Wedding go like, don't foul, because 2 things happen. 1, it stops the clock. 2, puts the player at the free throw line uncontested with points. And you could feel Coach Wedding go feel like we have a chance here to maybe, without Larson on the floor, get the Titans to turn it over, maybe bump this up to almost a double-digit lead. That's a feels huge going into the quarter. Now a chance to whittle into this lead.
And that foul was a long way from the hoop, and they were in hot water over there.
Yes, they
Not
were.
really bringing the ball up with
10
confidence.
second count was kicking, a possession count, probably an angled pass that was going to be ill-advised. But a missed free throw, so now we're 1 point able to be gained.
Strohmeyer steps up and hits that second one.
A little token pressure here by Holt as well.
But they're in the double bonus situation, so they don't want to pick up a silly one.
It's blocked.
I think so too. Evasic ends up with the ball, tries to go up with it, no good. So that is how that third quarter will end. St. Albert has the 6-point lead, 39-33 over the home school Lewis Central Titans. Ella Klussman has 15. Brooke Larson has 17 for Lewis Central going into this final quarter. We'll go ahead and take a quick break and bring you this last quarter of this boy-girl doubleheader in the girls' game. Dusty Scahill, Brian Bertini, you are listening to KMA Live Extreme. Welcome back. We are getting this fourth quarter underway. 6-point lead for St. Albert. Lewis Central starts with the ball, trying to dig away at this lead. Slowly got to crack away at it.
There's the shot by Scott, tipped and blocked.
Nice hustle by Hannafin to get a hand on it, but she cannot corral it. Ball will go out of bounds.
I called that. I told you they were going to set something up for Scott. Double screen coming out. I like, because everybody's thinking, let's go to Larson. But Scott's a really good option. She's hit some big shots, but tipped right there. And now the Saints see if they can build on this 6-point lead, Dusty.
Ball over the club. They find Evasic back in there. She tries to
quickly
get to Underwood, but the anticipation tip once again by Brooke Larson.
Little high-low look going to Evasic, and then Evasic was going to dump it down to Eva Underwood, the other 6-foot girl, quickly. And Larson, as she's done all night, either gets a steal or deflects it out of bounds.
Darts in there. Evasic knew exactly what she wanted to do. Nice cut there by Underwood to get that inbounds layup.
Yeah, I think Madison Jones didn't see her quick, and
just had her
biggest
back.
lead of the night for either squad right now.
8-point lead for the Saints. Larson trying to find a cutting Strohmeyer. Ball is tipped. Probably lucky he got tipped because she was actually on her way to cut it, and Brooke Larson threw it behind her.
Yeah, you know what I'm seeing tonight by this St. Albert team? They just really headsy defensive. They rotate well. They react well. They don't get themselves too much out of position, and they make it tough for you to execute an offense because they rotate so well.
Definitely skilled at that help defense mentality of it. All eyes are on the ball, but they know where their man is nonetheless. Larson gets the ball at the top of the key, swing it over to Scott. She makes a nice little jab step, swings it back to Larson. Larson was forced to put it up quickly, so she couldn't get the best form on it. Nonetheless, Holt comes down with that rebound.
Get a new shot clock again. Get reset, trying to go a little high-low screen.
Nice crossover by Larson, but she can't get it there. She had to go the other way because of Evasic. Scramble drill going on. Underwood ends up with it, and they're going to call a foul on Lewis Central.
Lewis Scott with the foul right there. It's only her second, team's first of this quarter. It's not 1-1 anymore, girls. And you used to thinking that you end the quarter with a 1-1.
Yep.
You extend it. It used to be if you were in the 1-1 in the third quarter, you were in the 1-1 or double bonus in the fourth. Now it's a restart. The players haven't quite got used to that either.
Nope, everyone's getting used to it for sure.
Get a little token man-to-man here. I would be surprised to see if Lewis Central kind of picks up the pace here and tries to get some more open court steals.
Lily Crone ends up resetting this offense. Had some good ball movement to get to her in the corner. Nothing ended up at it, so she says, let's restart and retrack and see if we can get this ball back down low to our bigs. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Underwood forced to take it. 2 seconds left as she knows it. Klussman did not, and that's going to be a turnover on the shot clock.
Tried to tip it to her. He just kind of went a little too far, so good defensive possession right there. But in St. Albert's thing, they just ran off 35, 40 seconds. In game clock now, their friend with an 8-point lead, 6 minutes to go. And Lewis Central, of course, you want as much time on the clock as possible to make your move here.
6 minutes left in this ball game. 8-point lead for the Saints of St. Albert's.
Trying to get a two-man game. They're going to bring Scott around the corner here. You can see good just help rotation.
Nice dribble or bounce pass there to Larson. Larson does a little bit of a fadeaway because Evasic was in her drill.
I like the shot, but she changed it. She forced her to go to fadeaway, which is a tough look, and Larson able to get that one to fall. She's been kind of a dry spell here.
Sometimes it's nice to get a little bench to get yourself regained, but sometimes it just kind of gets your body a little cold. You had your mentality, your motion going. Nice job by Teen to stick with it and get a shot up, but they let him play on.
Now we're going to get a foul that time on Evasic on the floor. But, Teen kept it alive. And Larson, of course, with the 4 fouls, kind of holding his breath. And that one will be on Evasic, her second. But, again, credit the big girl here for being this aggressive. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and she's only got 2 fouls. She can still cause havoc there in the defense.
And Coach Weddingold does a nice job of, giving her those periodical breaks. She's not on the bench for long, but she's not on the floor constantly either, so keeping her fresh. Another rebound by Moynihan. She's got 6. Dribble drive there. Klussman no good on that. Larson comes out with that rebound.
She's probably in double-digit rebounds, isn't she?
7 is what I got her for. Unofficial stats.
Addison Holt.
Holt finds her first 3-point bucket of the game. Good timing because that's 5-point lead cut down now, so he's going to go ahead and take a timeout. He'll take a full timeout. 4:49 left in this ball game. 41-36. St. Albert with the lead. Dusty Scahill, Brian Bertini on the call. You're watching and listening to KMA Extreme. We'll be right back after these messages. All right, welcome back after that quick timeout break. 4:49 left in this ball game. 5-point lead for St. Albert. They'll be taking the ball underneath their own hoop, though, underneath the Lewis Central's hoop, so they got full court go. Lewis Central will come out with that full court press. A little bit more aggressive of a full court press, doing a face-up defense here.
Brooke Larson with the 4 fouls. Got to be careful. She doesn't, get near any contact because they need her to finish this 4:40 to go if they're going to have a chance to come back and pull this out.
Oh, she's getting handsy with it, though, still. She just can't help the aggressive style sometimes. Trying to get in her. Nice catch by Evasic.
Oh, good job on Evasic. And the wherewithal to kind of shoot that back over the top. It's undefensible right there. That was a great pass.
That was good. Good catch, good shot. Takes that lead to 7 points. Lewis Central with some good ball movement here. Holt on a little dribble drive, weave pattern to Scott. Scott's going to run into Evasic, though.
Tipped by Evasic. Scott missed a putback, hit the backboard. I think she was worried about Evasic coming over, but missed opportunity right there. And good defense again by the Saints.
St. Albert patiently swinging that ball around into Evasic once again.
Sydney Keene has just nothing she can do right there. Good seal right there. Of course, Larson with 4 fouls really can't be a help defender.
Right. Now that will be the biggest lead of the game. That's to 9 now. Nice dish off to Teen from Larson, but missed a bunny there. Evasic tried to recover, but she gets called for the foul. That'll be her third.
That's just one. Hanover would rather have the basket than the foul, because you want the guaranteed 2 points. There's no guarantee at the free throw line they're going to make them both.
And just the wherewithal to know that you made the bunny and didn't miss it would be all the difference, too. Teen steps up and knocks down that first one, though. Hannafin will come back in the ballgame for the Titans, letting Strohmeyer get a breather.
You get the chance to put points on the board. The clock stopped, too, Dusty. That's big.
And she does end up knocking them both down, so no harm. They're done by the Titans.
She's got a quiet 8, doesn't she? Just seems to find a way to be in the right place, the Sydney Teen, and you can see why she's averaging 8 points a game. She's right there now.
6 free throws made coming off the bench.
Yeah, that's huge.
The Titans do bring back in Madison Jones. She's the one that originally was guarding Evasic, so a little bit of a
Lily
mishandle there.
She looked up, and that's good on-ball defense by Lucy Scott. So is this maybe that little momentum shift impetus that the Titans can use to take advantage? They find themselves down 7, but a couple quick baskets.
Coach Hannafin with 3:15 left is going to do that in and out with the defense, offense, and those substitutions, bringing Strohmeyer back in for the offensive possession. And if he gets a dead ball chance, he'll probably bring Jones back in to guard Evasic.
Got a hold of the foul right there. That's a nice bailout right there. Because Lucy Scott was in kind of nowhere to go land right there, but they're going to get a call on the foul. I think is that the 3rd or 4th team foul on the Saints?
That'd be the 3rd team foul.
Which, you get 2 more, and then you're guaranteed 2 free throws.
With the clock stopped.
Exactly.
Trying to go up and over to Larson. Guarded by Underwood. Going to call Underwood with a little bit of contact. Hard drive there.
Yeah, that's close. I'm sure Chris Hannafin, the coach of the Titans, is kind of holding his breath because, you get too much contact leaning in. Those are 50-50 calls. You'd hate to see that be the end of the night for Brooke Larson, but going to get a chance to add to her 17 points here.
First attempt by Larson is up and good.
Again, creeping a little bit closer, Dusty, and doing the clock stop. A lot of time left here. 3 minutes to go.
Certainly. These last 3 minutes, a lot of time left, and it's just going to take a long time because I think the Lewis Central is going to get to that free throw line quite a bit. They're going to ramp up the aggressiveness. Missed there by Larson. Crone looking up, trying to get the ball up ahead. Madison Jones is there to stop ball at least, though, for the Titans.
Now, if you're St. Albert, you don't want to get in a hurry here and be quick with the shots.
Yeah.
You want to get a quality possession.
They pulled that ball back out to run that clock for sure.
Because the key is not to be too quick. If the game, they don't want Lewis Central, they're going to try to speed you up a little bit, and you don't want to get caught trying to take shots, at the wrong time. You've executed well in that most of this third quarter.
And they actually, I thought the ball was out of bounds. They ended up calling a foul on the Titans, so that shot clock resets for the Saints. Nice dish there. Crone with a nice dish off there to Hochstein.
That's just nice play right there, but also a nice finish, as you mentioned.
got it to her in stride, all around beautiful play, and then miscommunication on the Titan side. Ball flips back over to St. Albert.
Yeah, a little give and go, trying a little dribble drive, kick out. I think Madison Jones and Lucy Scott now on the same page, and that lead's kind of ballooned back up here to 8 again.
2:15 left in this ball game. Lewis Central trying to play some aggressive D, and they get it there. Oh, did Hannafin touch it, though?
Yeah,
she certainly did.
I mean, you have to go after that. You know, you got to like the hustle by Avery Hannafin right there. Just deflected off, but
no change of possession, so the shot clock remains the same. It'll be 27 seconds.
that went off her own foot that time.
Trying to find Evasic on that other side because she was open on that opposite block.
Again right there, so a turnover. So the Titans defense does its job, gets the turnover, but you need some points. You're getting down to that crucial time here, 2 minutes. Now there is 4 fouls by the Saints, so the next foul by the St. Albert will put the Titans at the line for 2 shots. And like you said, with the clock stopped, but they need to get some action. Lucy Scott's been pretty quiet here. She only got 7 points.
2:05 left in the ball game. Scott gets the handoff from Holt. Holt kicks it over to Strohmeyer. Strohmeyer from the corner, no good. Scott ends up with the rebound. Dribbles it away from the hoop to get some space. Tries to go up with it, no good. Evasic takes the rebound.
Good job right there. Little double team here. Scott Larson's got to be careful.
Crone, great job of just doing the one-man press.
Oh, good hustle by the freshman.
Good recovery there by Vetter.
Oh.
Tries to get up ahead. Moynihan takes it right back.
Good job, Amanda. No forcing us out. Run the clock down. Clock's your friend right now.
Whew. Got close to doing an outright steal there, but nonetheless, they get the foul call.
So right now, if you're St. Albert, you got an 8-point lead, minute 26 to go. The ball in possession is what your key right now. We're going to get a quick timeout to go over a few things.
Get some organization going. We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout as well. 8-point lead going into this timeout. 1:26 left. You're listening to KMA Extreme. We will be right back after this. All right, welcome back after that quick timeout break. 1:26 left in the ball game. 8-point lead for St. Albert.
Looking ahead, there's some important games coming up for both these squads. Next Monday, St. Albert's going to host Underwood. Then they've got Friday, Shenandoah at the Mid-America Center. Lewis Central, Tuesday versus Norwalk. At Atlantic Friday, and then Gretna East Saturday. So both these teams in the fold. There's almost a steal by Larson.
Nice athletic play there. Just couldn't gather the ball inbounds.
Again, still 35 seconds. You're St. Albert. You can run the clock down really.
Under a minute if you want to.
I think Lewis Central, other than Larson, you might try to pick up a foul.
Trying to get the ball to Underwood. Underwood tries to kick it back out. Good hands there by the Lewis Central guards. Not much time taken off between the dead ball
that was probably the
situations.
message of Coach Wetton going the timeout. Look, we don't anything. We want layups and free throws. That's over the back. She started with possession in the front court, moved it back, and it's okay. He's kind of he's a little upset, but she wasn't quite sure. And you don't feel as bad when you get an 8-point lead. Minute to go, it's like, okay, I get it.
That would have been pretty devastating
now,
if it was more
now
like
go
3.
back and just trust your half-court defense, which has been stellar tonight for the Saints.
Nothing but solid defense
but
on the side.
Lewis Central here needs
Saints.
a quick 3.
Or a nice little drive by Larson.
Yep.
And there it is. She's into the 20s at this point now. She's got 20 over the Titans 41.
That was the last time out for Lewis Central right there. Oh, they got 1 left.
That is a full timeout. So there's 1:08 left. We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout as well. We'll be right back for this last minute of the game right after this. All right, welcome back. We're going to bring you this last minute 8 left in this ball game. St. Albert with the 6-point lead. Lewis Central looking for something to create defensively, getting a quick steal to get that ball back. Vetter almost does it. But
well, there's only 3 team fouls. You're going to have to get a foul here quick. I think they want one. They just can't get it.
Evasic with the nice patient there play. Found Underwood. If they weren't trying to run the clock out, Underwood might have been able to just put that one in. Nice long skip pass.
Well, I like the idea, but the clock stops, and now Lewis Central gets the ball back without having to burn a foul.
Pretty fortunate. They would have liked to have it happen
they are
maybe
at
15
a
seconds.
timeout, Dusty. I thought that was his last timeout. So, now the clock won't stop unless you do foul or a dead ball. You need a basket right now if you're Lewis Central. You can't afford to be too cautious.
Vetter's going to go ahead and take that. That was on line, but just a little bit hard. Underwood comes down with that rebound. Got to be in a foul situation here. Vetter knows it and does it.
Yep, that was a good look by Vetter, the freshman right there. It was on target, just a little bit long, and still one to give here. So the next one, we'll put the Saints at the line. Still some time left. 28 seconds. You get a steal and a basket.
Just 2 possessions.
Yeah.
St. Albert has been a little bit loose with it before. Strohmeyer goes ahead and does the foul.
And you can see right there the confidence right there. Lily Crone says, I'm going to shoot these free throws, so I'm not going to give the ball up. You foul me, put me at the line. Coach, I'll make these.
Lily Crone, the senior guard, going to step up and see if she can make this lead a little bit more insurmountable than it already is. First one's up and no good. Still
This
a
is
2-possession game
Yeah,
as
if
we're
this
at.
one's missed, the door's still open. As long as you're Lewis Central, come down and get a quick 3.
Especially if Larson comes down with his rebound. I envision her just taking it all the way on herself anyway. Coast to coast. It is long. Can they box out? Holt does end up with that rebound,
Well,
and here we go.
she can't stop the clock, so you got to get a shot quick.
Strohmeyer's going to get a shot quick. In and out, no good. Klussman comes
That was a good look. She makes that,
rebound.
and there's still a chance, but that might have been the last gasp right there because one free throw here pretty much seal it because there's no way that if you're St. Albert, you're just going to let Lewis Central score, and I'll take my time taking the ball out because they can't stop the clock.
The crowd was definitely ready to explode on that one to go down.
That would have been a good one. You see Coach Wendigle's message, don't foul. You can give them a layup, especially now. Now it's a 3-possession game, so if you want, just play token defense, let them get to the hoop, put the point in, and make sure you casually go get the ball out of bounds. Don't be in a hurry because if you get it less than 5 seconds, you only have to inbound the ball, Dusty.
Even in that dead ball situation, they got a girl man up on Lucy Scott. They're not going to even let her get the ball.
Larson's going to probably get a shot off here.
3-point attempt is up and no good. Rebound down by Moynihan.
Steal by Scott. And that's the bucket.
Gets it to go up and good, but that is not going to be enough. That'll be a 3-point victory.
5.
Oh, yeah, bad math there. 5-point victory for the St. Albert Saints. 48-43 is the final. They stay undefeated in the conference. Going to maintain, if not climb, in the ranks of being 7th. They could be even higher after beating a 4A team. I got to imagine people would be decently impressed after that performance on the road, kind of.
Just a defensive battle tonight. Kind of like we said, it really didn't get much more than 6-7 points the whole game. St. Albert got it to 9 at one time, but just a battle. Their experience right there. Just a great basketball game here early December, and what a great night. The Saints just happened to score a few more points, come out on top with the big win.
For the victorious St. Albert Saints, Ella Klussman leads the way with 16. Missy Evasic gets 11 points. Ava Underwood ends up with 6. Peyton Jones with 8 off the bench, providing a good boost of offense off the bench for the Saints. For the home school Lewis Central Titans, Brooke Larson ends up with 20 points, 7 rebounds, and somewhere in the range of 6 steals. Pretty tremendous performance by her. Lucy Scott ends up with 7 points, 2 made three-pointers. And Sydney Teen off the bench provided them a little bit of a boost. 8 points and 4 rebounds off the bench for Sydney Teen. But nonetheless, Coach Weddingjoel gets the win, 48-43 over the Lewis Central Titans. And coming up now, we're take just a quick little break, but we got the boys matchup, this boy-girl doubleheader. Lewis Central taking on the St. Albert Falcons. We will be right back after this. We'll take a quick break and give you a little pregame what we expect to come up in the boys matchup. You're listening to the KMA Extreme. All right, welcome back. We're getting ready for this second game of the boy-girl doubleheader. We are watching Lewis Central host the St. Albert Saints. What do we got looking forward to in this game, Brian?
Well, I'll tell you what, we saw the classic first opening game, St. Albert Saints. The girls come with a 48-43 hard-fought win, defensive battle. I think we're going to see a little bit more up-tempo game here in game number 2. St. Albert's, the Falcons under Larry Peterson, are 2-0 overall, 1-0 in the conference. They come off a game Tuesday night, beat a good Crescent team 61-56. Lewis Central, Ricky Torres, his second year as head coach. They're 1-1 overall, 1-0 in the conference. They lost, of course, if you haven't seen it by now, it's all over social media, was the buzzer beater 69-68 by TJ to win that game. So, again, close games. Tonight's game, I think, you're going to see teams push the ball up and down the floor. Again, Lewis Central, of course, coming off the state football championship 4A. A lot of these guys, play football, and they're getting into that mode of basketball mode. St. Albert, of course, had a good freshman class last year. Dusty, they've got guys coming in this year, another experience. Now they're sophomores, some veterans to go with it. I think we're in for another excellent game here in the nightcap tonight.
Yeah, definitely. As we go over the starting lineups for both squads, visiting St. Albert Falcons, we got number 10 senior Luke Weddingel, number 12 sophomore, like you said, that big class Nick Ballinger, and he's actually leading the team in scoring so far this year. Number 11, junior Joe Hughes. Number 13, junior Jeremiah Sherrill. And number 15, junior Owen Marshall. That will round up Larry Peterson's starting lineup for the St. Albert Falcons. As we flip over to the Lewis Central Titans, Ricky Torres does have a nice experience group going on. Like you said, a lot of these names were familiar football names. So we'll start off with number 2, senior guard Camden Cross, big running back dual sport athlete for the Titans. Curtis Whitty, number 13, is a senior. Number 20, sophomore Ty Paulson. Number 30, senior Nash Paulson, leading scorer for the Titans. And number 34, big man Garrett Rutledge. That rounds off.
Let's not forget
Ricky
the other big man,
Torres.
Luell Maker, 6'7", so they've got a couple tall guys that they can draw upon. So I think we're going to be in for entertaining. I think another defensive game, but I think you're going to see a lot more up and down. Teams are going to be aggressive, and it should be a great way to finish off December 8th tonight here in Lewis Central High School.
Most definitely St. Albert going for the sweep. Lewis Central trying to get that split for the boy-girl doubleheader. We will go ahead and just take a quick break as they're going to finish up their starting lineups. We will be right back with the tip-off here in Lewis Central. All right, welcome back, KMA Extreme listeners. We're getting ready for a good one. Getting ready for that tip-off. Lewis Central hosting St. Albert conference matchup. Garrett Rutledge will be tipping off versus Luke Weddingel. Going to be a up-and-down affair for sure. The hot shooting of St. Albert may continue, or will the physical strength and size of Lewis Central be the difference? This is why we play the game. We'll wait and see, aren't we going to, Brian?
You bet.
And Weddingel actually gets a hand on it, but nonetheless, the Titans do end up with it. Whitty will be bringing the ball up. Nice drive there by Ty Paulson, the lone sophomore on this starting lineup for Coach Torres. He takes it in strong and gets rewarded with a foul.
Yeah, Ty Paulson, quick first step right there, went hard to the baseline, tacked the rim. Free throws coming up for the lefty.
And that's how Lewis Central kicks off their start in scoring tonight. Bucket good by the sophomore Paulson. Second shot is up and good. So 2 for 2 for the youngster.
A man-to-man defense here for Titans. Let's see. We should see a lot of back screens, back cuts. Going to be a lot of overplay, ball pressure, so see if the Falcons can take advantage of some mismatches. There's one right there. Good undercut, nice diagonal pass, nice finish by number 10 right there. Luke Wettingle.
Marshall did a good job of stepping through that double team to get through the defense and find Wettingle underneath. Quickly respawn 2-2. Nice back
pass.
cut there. Paulson good for 2. Whitty with the find.
Curtis Whitty on the receiving end of a lot of the passes and stuff. Football, this time he's the quarterback.
Absolutely.
Delivers the ball. Rebound by Whitty. Here come the Titans on a push.
Jimmy Scott on the drive there. Attempt. Camden Cross gets up there and good. There is the fast-paced play that Lewis Central is going to want to do. Is that Whitty with the find there again?
Number 2, yep.
Nice quick defense again by Lewis Central. Going to call a jump
And
ball.
they'll stay with the Falcons here. So St. Albert, one of those unique teams where the ladies, the girls, called the Saints, and the boys team, the Falcons. So that's why you might see Falcons on the jersey.
Explains why they don't have the logo that goes together either. Just the Catholic cross.
Yep.
Wettingle takes a step, and he's going to take it up himself. That's up and good. He can do that. He's averaging 12
Gary Rutledge,
points.
you're not going to come out and guard me. I'll bury this 3, which he does. 6'5".
St. Albert out with the 1-3-1 zone defense. They find the big man in the middle. Rutledge, he's going to go in hard. And, of course, when you're that big and you plow someone over, they're probably going to call you for it, and they do.
Yeah, and it doesn't take a lot of contact, but it's touch acting, but not a lot because Gary Rutledge, 6'6", pretty stout is the senior right there. And
Pretty
like says about 3-4 weeks ago I was able to do that.
Yeah, yeah. I got rewarded for putting my
Yes,
shoulder
I
down.
did.
Wettingle comes with a high post, gets it, nice little back cut. Backs it off to Ballinger. Ballinger actually unloads it back out to Wettingle. Sorry, he gets it out to Hughes in the baseline. Baseline, he loses it, tie it up, going back to the Titans.
Yep. Lewis Central very active. They're going to try to double the ball in any corners they get, high posts, and they're just going to trust that their length and athletic ability can just make it tough for you to get a quick diagonal pass, which is the way you beat that double team.
Curtis Whitty bringing the ball up. It will be a shot taken by Nash Paulson. That's his first attempt of the game, and it's up and good.
Yeah, the senior right there. Shot that just so well in the rhythm right there, and Lewis Central off to a good quick start here.
This is some pretty easy
First
offense
quarter.
if you can be that consistent. Nice little dribble drive by Joe Hughes, but he gets the foul called against him. Draw the foul.
That time, good curl and peel right there by Hughes.
They're going to get Camden Cross for the foul on that one.
Gets his first, team second.
9-5, early 4-point lead. Kind of
Loose
missed
ball.
Ballinger on that cut
And
there.
another jump ball. We got a push. We're going to have a foul, I think. So we're going to get a foul.
Yep, they will call a foul. Foul on Joe Hughes. That's their second. His first, team second.
He was a little bit too aggressive trying to go for that loose ball.
St. Albert has the rare, all the players number right in a row. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 on the, or 10, 11, 14, 15 on the floor
straight in
for them.
poker,
Yeah,
isn't it?
exactly. All of them got those ones in front. They will stick to that 1-3-1. Whitty will get the open shot this time. And he's up and good.
Again, it's one of those, you gamble if they go in, it looks good, and Coach Peterson, doesn't want to really change up too much because then it opens up opportunities in the paint. But good start for the Titans here as they've been effective from the perimeter.
They might be starting to shoot them out of that zone here coming up. Quick hands by Cross, but Scott does retain the possession. Kicks it out to Marshall. Marshall's going to try to do a dribble drive. Gets nothing on Camden Cross, though. Nash Paulson ends up with the steal. Throws it off to the other Paulson. Up and no good, even though it was on his strong hand side.
Missed layup. They like run out layups. See if St. Albert can capitalize. Got numbers.
Wettingle gets a step on the baseline. Active hands from Lewis Central. Nice dribble drive by Ballinger. He's doing it up and under. looked
shot.
good, but just a little hard. Rutledge down with that rebound.
A tough angle.
Gets the ball up to Cross. Cross finds a cutting Paulson, kicks it out to Paulson once again. Up and no good. Rutledge ends up with it. Didn't go over the back whatsoever, but he ends up getting it taken away by Scott.
Good strip right there by number 14. That's Jackson Linen, I think. Through the hands of number 15 right there for the Saints.
Right. Of course, I was on the wrong side of the stat sheet. Jimmy Scott playing for Lewis Central.
Owen Marshall just couldn't handle that high pass right there. So both teams kind of a little nervous, a lot of adrenaline going here. Again, the bragging rights at stake. These kids know each other so well. Not too far away. You probably maybe on some club teams and stuff like that. And there's always that bragging rights, of course. And you want to be have the upper ascendatory, so to speak. And right now, the Lewis Central on top by 7 here, first quarter.
Blue Owl Maker makes his first little bit appearance here. Jackson Larson also for the Titans. They're going to kick Camden Cross on a
looks like number 2
call.
right there.
It is going to be number 2 on him.
Yep. He kind of just leaned in. I think he lost his balance when he let that pass go and fell down. And
so Ty Paulson got about a 9-second break there, and he's going to come back in and come in for the foul-troubled Cross.
He's like, Coach, I didn't. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
It might not have been, but you got the foul. You're probably your turn to kind of get on the rotation anyway. We're going to get a carry right there. So it looks like Owen Marshall didn't get that hand below the ball. If you curl it over.
Kind of an unforced error there for
and
sure.
if it's in the open court, it's pretty obvious. So, again, both teams kind of plagued by some turnovers here in this first quarter. St. Albert kind of running a 1-2-2 zone here. Kind of trap if they can and make sure they get good, quick weak side help.
They got it in that corner. I think that's where they were going to trap it. Then he kind of moves out to the wing, does Paulson, and that's where that open space is.
I mean, you try to run an odd front zone to kind of go, match up on 3 perimeter shooters, but when you're 3-4 feet behind the line, and make them, it's tough to defend.
3 early 3-pointers by the Titans.
Yeah,
tried to do a nice little pick and roll by Marshall, but he was actually impeded by the player on the ground and couldn't get to the ball.
He couldn't make a direct pass to the basket, as you mentioned, and didn't step on it, but so it ends up being a turnover.
10-point lead, 15-5. Lewis Central up on the visiting St. Albert Falcons. 2:45 left in this first quarter. Maker on the pick. Nice little crossover. Maker is going to get called for the moving screens.
I think he kept he was sliding a little bit, and I think part of it was he wasn't sure where the offensive player with the ball was going to go, and he had to kind of keep adjusting.
So that will be the first on Maker.
4th team foul, so the next foul will put the Falcons for the double bonus.
Ballinger bringing the ball up.
Back
nice.
cut.
Tried a nice back cut on Owen Marshall, but it's going to be no good.
Double. I think Coach Ricky Torres said he didn't have a chance to gather the ball. You get to gather possession, and he didn't get it. Nevertheless, the official thought he had a chance to gather it and stopped and put it down again, so double dribble. But
so the ball will stay with the Falcons here on this side of the court. Owen Marshall gets a nice little cut there, gets the ball out from the inbounded to him. Ballinger for the long 3, up and no good.
I like the look by Ballinger. He had a good look, just a little bit off mark. And I think Coach Peterson knows, hey, if we had a couple of those too, it's going to give us some, open that defense up, maybe get some guys cutting to the basket, get some shots in the lane.
Number 24 sophomore Noah Narmi in for the first time for the Falcons. Narmi playing tough D on Whitty. Falcons are actually going to man now. Maker tries to make a nice little post move.
Nice
up
shot.
and good.
Nice balance by the well right there. He went middle, used the glass effectively. Nice basket, 12-point lead.
Narmi's open on the wing. It's up and good. Comes right in and contributes.
Nobody got out to close out the shooter, and Narmi does what he has to do right there. That's a big 3 right there to stop that about 9-0 run.
Yeah. Whitty trying to set something up. Directing Paulson where to go. Kick it to Paulson in the corner. He's going to go ahead and take it because he has a step on him. Up and no good. That's his first miss.
A little chance to maybe put a little back-to-back baskets here by the Falcons. Shake and bake, rebound by Maker. Good job.
Comes down with it.
Here come the Titans on the push. Wide open
Nice,
three,
up and good.
Number 5.
Number 5, Jackson Larson, up and good.
20-8 right now. The outside shooting been pretty impressive tonight by the Falcons. Or excuse me, the Titans. Going to get a quick 30-second timeout.
Coach Peterson not liking what he's seeing so far from the offensive messiness, so he's going to call a timeout, try to get his troops gathered back together. 47 seconds left here, so since we'll be taking a break here soon enough, if this is just 30 seconds, we'll stay around. Quick action so far going on. Luke Wayne leaving the way for the Falcons with 5 points. Noah Narmi, like I said, comes off the bench and nails it for a three-pointer. That's the contributor so far for St. Albert. When it comes to the Titans, Nash Paulson, early 6 with 2 3-pointers. Ty Paulson's got 4. Whitty's got 3 assists already.
A balance, I think, and they're getting looks, and they're making the looks. The ball's being distributed well, and, Coach Peterson knows they got guys that can shoot, and if they go in, it's going to be tough to defend. If they miss, you got a chance tonight. And right now, his team, Coach Peterson, it is for the Falcons, on the short end of a 12-point deficit here. With the ball here, kind of a nice finish. Again, maybe a 2-for-1 if you can get a basket. There's a steal in the inbounds.
Whitty's used to getting those jump ball situations for sure. Nice steal, nice up and in. That was a nice athletic overall play.
Yep, and turn the steal into run out and let turnover points in a hurry like that. So, what Coach Peterson was hoping to maybe get a basket on set.
Off a timeout.
Yeah, it's a killer. Shot clock off. Let's see what the Saints are going to attack the basket. Good drive right there by Wettengo, but no good now. One shot, and you see Coach Torres say, let's get one shot here, and why not? You got things clicking right now offensively.
Got that 14-point lead early on. Whitty looking to get a pick from Rutledge. Swings it over to Paulson. Was that a pass or is it tipped? Couldn't tell. Get the ball into Rutledge with 1 second left. He's not going to get it up. So that is where that first quarter will end. 14-point lead for the homeschool Lewis Central Titans, 22-8. We'll go ahead and take a quick break after that first quarter action. We'll be back right after this. Dusty Scahill, Brian Bertini on the call. You're listening to KMA Live Stream Extreme.
Lead. Now you need to stop and another chance to score and just whittle away.
Rinse and repeat pretty much. Swing pass over in the corner. He does find Larson. Oh, excuse me, that is not Larson.
Good finish by number 20 right there.
Parker
Ty Paulson.
Parker Stessman making his first appearance in the game this second quarter. Yet another familiar name from the football season.
Marshall's 3 in the corner. Falcons doesn't go. Here's the Titans on the push.
Swings it over to Paulson. Eagles drive baseline.
Narmi
with the steal. He's going to run into a gang of Titans, though.
He's going to get a foul right there.
They're going to end up calling that on Ty Paulson, I believe. That will be his first.
Again, we
Fouls
restart.
restarted.
Restart, so when you look on the board, the players on the floor, nobody in foul trouble. Teams going to the bench. It's been a pretty fast-paced game, I think, for the most part. Neither team really, having to press. They've been able to get some steals and run out turnovers.
Joel open again. He's got the hot hand, but misses this time. Paulson down with the rebound.
I like the look, just can't get it to fall.
Ooh, a little bit of indecision there by Larson.
He looked up the court and realized his teammate wasn't looking. He went back the other way, and kind of one of those, you're going to play fast tempo pace, you're going to get some of those, what I call just push turnovers right there.
Ball headed back towards the Falcons' way.
If you're going to play fast tempo, you're going to have to live with some of those. But you got to make sure you get more positives than negatives.
Hughes looking to do a dribble drive, goes up and misses it, gets his own rebound, swings it back out. Back to Hughes once again in the corner, no good. Narmi down with the rebound. Narmi definitely what's the contributing factor so far. Torres trying to get his defense to tighten the screws a little bit, see some little bit of loose action, so he gets senior Curtis Whitty back in there.
Yeah, you can do that little quarter break, extend it, get a little break before the end of the quarter. Get the quarter break, go a little pass, kind of catch your breath, get back on the floor.
Get the ball in. Ballinger trying to set the offense up. He's going to try to take Whitty one-on-one, but Whitty's just going to take it from him.
Oh. Yeah.
They're going to get him.
Torres says, that was just thievery right there because he just took it away from him.
Goodness, that will be
Maybe
a
it was
foul
so
call.
good the official says, there's no way it could be that good. I got to
Right.
call a foul on that. Curtis Whitty just kind of smiled. He goes,
He'll get him again.
right. The next one he might let him have. We'll see.
That is 2 team fouls on the Titans early on. Aggressive
The
defense by
Falcons got to
Paulson.
do something with the possession.
Long
There's
shot
a
by
foul that
Ballinger,
way.
no
It's like
good.
Hughes on that one, I think.
It will be on Hughes. That is
over
his
the
second.
back. Tried to be aggressive on that. A good box out right there. By, looks like that was number 11, Parker Stessman, you mentioned.
Camden Cross comes back in the game with those 2 fouls for the Titans.
22-8, so it's, 3-2 this quarter. Falcons, but the team kind of get offensive flow. We lost some of that flow.
Stessman in the corner gets a nice little open spot, but he doesn't take it.
Okay.
Ends up throwing it to Camden Cross. He takes a shot, but gets his own rebound. Get it into to Rutledge. Rutledge with the soft hands, goes down hard, but puts it up
the
soft.
big guy right there, just using the strength, the upper body right there. Ball just kind of rolls in. Of course, he can absorb the contact.
I feel bad for the floor that he hit so
Yeah.
hard. So 5:33 left in the ball game, 15-point lead for LC. Rutledge stepping up to try to complete that 3-point play to extend the lead.
And
Gets that shooter's roll. Narmi with a nice cut, takes it all the way in, but Rutledge denies him of that.
Says, Coach, I could get down the other end and play defense too.
Apparently he could be a three-sport athlete with the volleyball spike there.
Might be. Maybe one of these days Iowa will have high school men's boys volleyball. Other states do. California does. I think there's a couple more.
Paulson with the steal. Louis Central's starting to take this game over a little bit. Stessman stepping up for the 3. No good. Narmi down.
That one hit there would have prompted a timeout by Coach Peterson, but now the Falcons got to take advantage right now. St. Albert desperately needs some points.
Marshall down low, but I don't know if the Rutledge block made him think twice or not. He did have a little bit of space. Whitty with another steal. He's going to take it coast to coast all by himself. Up and good.
Good job by Curtis Whitty right there. He's just got the speed and the wherewithal to find and navigate through traffic and finish. Biggest lead of the night so far, Titans.
And there he called it. Larry Peterson saying we're going to need to regroup once again. He's going to call another timeout. If he calls a timeout, we'll call a timeout. You are listening to KMA Livestream Extreme. Dusty Scahill, Brian Bertini on the call. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back. We're back after that quick timeout break. Lewis Central extending that lead to 18 points. 4:41 left in the first half. Even with an 18-point lead, Ricky Torres is coaching with some authority over there.
Noel Maker back in the lineup for the Titans. Again, gives it that extra length right there. Rutledge 6'6", Maker 6'7". You don't lose anything. Good closeout right there by Paulson, or excuse me, Camden Cross right there, closed out the shooter.
Good thing he got a hand on it because they didn't have the greatest defensive spacing with 3 guys on that pass. If that pass would have gone through, they would have had a lot of recovery to do.
Shot clock doesn't reset, so 9 seconds. Going to have to be quick on the possession.
Nice little skip pass over to Marshall. Marshall's got Whitty on him. He's going to try to do something with it. I think he shuffled his feet.
Yeah, he did. I mean, Maker was creeping down. The 6'7" guy was going to get the block from the backside, and he wanted it. So dead ball turnover puts... Again, the Titans looking to see if they can build on this 18-point lead.
Whitty in no hurry to bring this ball up. Going to get the double screen up top. They're going to try to get an alley-oop with Maker.
I like
Marshall's there at least. Wild pass there by St. Albert. That will go out of bounds and flip the other way back to the Titans.
Maybe a break. It's a dead ball turnover because 2 white shirts were heading the other way. It could have been a run-out layup. Now, you like that little backdoor alley-oop right there. Maker's got some up, 6'7", and he can jump anyway. And that would have raised the roof, made a little noise in the building if he would have hit that one home, wouldn't it?
Maker was trying to tell Stutzman, just get it higher next time.
Yeah, he says,
believe in me. I'll go up and get it. I can do it. Maker trying to get another screen, but nice little dribble drive by Whitty. Gets it over to Cross in the middle. Cross will skip past it over to Stutzman. Oof, up and no good. Maker tries to do a put-back shot, but he will get the foul drawn against him.
Number 15 right there. Looks like
Owen
Marshall kind of backed under Maker. And again, that 6'7" frame, and he plays like he's probably 6'9", 6'10" with those long arms and wingspan. And you know, it's just, you can box him out, but he can reach around and over the top of you and still secure a rebound.
Maker stepping up. First of 2 shots coming up for him.
They're going to call that a shooting foul, so it was in the act of shooting. So big guy's got the nice touch. Important offensive receiver for the champion Titans this year as well. Has breakaways. I mean, he's got some speed too when he gets on the open side a couple times this year and get your ball and be able to really outdistance some defenders.
Jimmy Scott for the Lewis Central Titans getting the first action of the game for him. Along with number 23, Kane Hughes for the St. Albert's Falcons. Getting his first action. There. Great steal by Paulson. Paulson throws it to Paulson. Back to Paulson once again.
Nash and Ty anyway, right?
Yep. Ty with a good rebound. Gets 2 of them
job
and just
by
sticks with it.
Sophomore just kept working, and this lead continues to grow right now for Lewis Central. 3 in the corner, short, no good. Good rebound there again. And
Ballinger no good on that. Scott comes down with the rebound. Whitty up ahead. Nobody's going to stop him, so he's going to take it all the way up and no good. Maker back
on
with
the
putback.
Follow. That's just 6'7" being 6'7", and this game in danger right now, getting in too far in distance for the Falcons to find a way to come back.
Marshall will just take the 3 from there. Probably not the best decision for Coach Larry Peterson.
Well, they're trying to find some points when they can get them, and just nothing falling right now for the Falcons.
Maker going to do a dribble drive there.
He wanted the head fake, and
step.
I think that would have been a slam down because he wanted that little head fake, and he saw the lane open up. Dusty got a little happy feet.
You can sense with this big lead that they're building that they're playing really well. The roof would blow off this place if he's able to do especially in traffic, dunk like that.
You get run-out layups, the court's opened up, and Lewis Central's got guys that can get down and get you some really good numbers. Joe Hughes' three looked like it was halfway down and popped out, so nothing falling right now for the Falcons.
Dylan Valdry with the first action of the night for the Titans. He gets a sub in. Coach Torres is going deep in that bench.
Well, you got a 23-point lead. It's good times to do it. Roll your kids in. At some point, we're in the season. This is only game number 3 for Lewis Central. Yeah. You're going to need some of these guys in the course of the Hawkeye 10. And like I said, they got some games coming up. They've got Norwalk Tuesday at Atlantic Friday and Saturday against Gretna East in the Mid-America Shootout. So 3 games next week.
Get the ball out to Paulson on that inbounds. He's going to try to do a dribble drive in there. Gets halted there by Hughes. Valdry finding Larson on the handoff. He picks up his dribble, gets the ball back to Paulson. Paulson up with that little
nice. I love the lefty's touch right there. He just rises up, squares up, good finish. 25-point lead right now, Lewis Central.
Paulson's the first one in double digits for the Titans.
And still, that basket just seems like it has a lid on it, doesn't it? Coach Peterson's got to be happy with the looks right there.
Larson takes it all the way himself. No one really definitely stopped him, but they end up getting the rebound. Rebound there by Sherrill. Narmi with a nice bounce pass.
Good hustle right there by number 5.
Larson with a nice recovery there and just gets his hand on it. Ooh, did he dribble once or is that his gather? So we're going to reset here, says Torres.
Yeah, you got 25-point lead. You got 15 seconds on the shot clock. Get a good look here.
Pretty good acting job there by Noah Narmi, I think. I don't know if he really had the force to push him over with that, but
it was enough. There was a little bit of a push to create some separation.
Arm extension for sure. So that's what made the call a little bit easy for the ref.
Again, you're out there 22 feet away from the hoop. When you're up by 25, you really can't be too disappointed for Coach Torres.
Narmi with the dribble drive. Ends up getting nowhere. Kicks it out to Wettingel. Narmi with a nice little fake stutter step through, tries to drive, gets the foul called. Like they're going to get Dylan Valdry there with that foul call.
Good job by Noah right there. He's pretty crafty,
isn't he? He really is.
He's got that little station, a little bit of awkward movements, and he's just kind of get you off balance. And Noah's a chance here to get some free throws coming up.
Definitely has that good basketball IQ that you can tell, and he has a way of putting up some good, he gets in the stat board. He's already got, now he's got 4.
Yeah. He hit the big 3 his first time in the first quarter, right? And that gave them a little bit of spark. It's just that the basket got cold, and Lewis Central was able to get some run-out layups. And what was a kind of a fairly close game just kind of got away from you. So Coach Peterson wants to like to see somewhat of a good little finish right here going into halftime.
49 seconds left in that half. Narmi stepping up for his second shot. No good. Rebound Rutledge.
Lewis Central a chance to go 2 for 1 on the possession here.
Pauls with the little dribble drive, tries to find him on the baseline, does not end up finding him, trying to find Jimmy Scott. St. Albert gets that ball back. Shot clock will be off now. 34 seconds left. Narmi trying to create something. Scott playing that tough D. They're going to call him with a little bit too much body. That will be a shooting foul now for the Falcons.
Jimmy, the little initial contact, the first bump, they let that one go, and you kind of repeat it. A lot of times the official calls it, and he did. So getting a chance to score some points here by Narmi here before halftime.
First step in and out. That basket just still continues to have a lid on it for the Falcons.
Points have been a premium. They've really struggled to finish some shots.
36-12, 23 seconds left. Noah Narmi stepping up for the second free throw attempt. That is good and true. So Lewis Central has the chance to take the last shot of the half, really extend this.
Yeah, and start the ball in the second half, too. So let's see if they get a little isolation here.
Nice open shot from Paulson. In and out, halfway down. Ball will kick back to the Falcons.
That like you said, it was down and in. And Rutledge tried to see if he could get a hand on it, tip it back. A little bit of extended pressure by the Titans. They have to burn a little clock.
Joel with that long three from the wing, up and no good. So that is how our first half will end. 36-13, 23-point lead for Lewis Central over St. Albert's. We will take a quick halftime break, and we will be right back to talk about that first half here in a minute. You are listening to KMA Livestream. All right, welcome back. We are at halftime of this boys varsity matchup. We're watching Lewis Central host the St. Albert Falcons. So far in that first, Brian, a lot of Lewis Central Titans.
Yeah, they really got it going from the perimeter, Dusty. They hit some shots in that first quarter, opened up a 22-8 first quarter lead, courtesy of the three-point basket. Coach Peterson kind of in a quandary. Do I go out, because they got size. So if I go out too far, I'm going to give easy baskets on the inside. But then really good defense, some run-out turnovers. Curtis Whitty was throwing out some dimes. And, just some good defense. And the basket just got really shut off like there was a lid on it. And St. Albert struggled to score at only 13 points at this point. He mentioned just two guys in the scoring column for the Falcons.
Two guys, that's it. Wettengel has 8, and Narmi off the bench has 5. They are holding Nick Ballinger 19 points a game to 0 points so far are the Titans. Let's flip it over to the Titans side of the stats. They got Ty Paulson leading the way with 10. Nash Paulson has 6. Curtis Whitty has 7. Blue Owl Maker has 5. Just a real balanced attack so far in all ways. Guards are scoring. Rutledge does have 3, so the posts are scoring as well. So, just really overall, Ricky Torres got to be pretty happy with the team effort so far.
Yeah, and I think, when you get that perimeter game going early and it's from different guys, as a defense, then as your St. Albert, like, who do we cover, coach? Because they've got 3 or 4 guys that are high. Then as an offensive team, hey, if I'm not open, I'll kick to my teammate. He buries a 3. They're going to reciprocate, give me the ball back. And it just continues to feed on each other. And again, their defense has been outstanding. They got the length, they got the size, they got depth. This Lewis Central is going to be a tough team out. Now, St. Albert, again, they're 2-0. They come off a really impressive win against Creston on Tuesday night. So they put up 61 that night. So they got the potential to put some points on the board. But they're going to need, as you mentioned, Nick Ballinger going to need to get going in a hurry here if they're going to get back in this. But we played one half. There's 2 halves to a game.
Exactly.
And 3-4 minutes in here. You're St. Albert, and all of a sudden you get this down to, let's say, 14 points. Going into the fourth quarter, we've seen some strange things happen.
Get that momentum on your side.
Foul trouble, the game slows down a little bit. You get to the free throw line.
Yeah, when you mentioned that the outside shooting, really makes you extend. Who are we going to guard? Who should I really, extend out on? And then you got to worry about Maker and Rutledge being big. You always have that in the back of your head because the tallest player playing so far for the Falcons is 6'4" Wettengel, but then after that it drops to 6'2" right away.
Yeah,
so the size is a big factor so far too.
And the quickness and the athletic ability of this Titans team, and Coach Torres, like I said, has got to be pretty pleased with the depth. He's able to bring in so many guys that have had such a pivotal, role in the success of the football program, the multiple sports, baseball. Things, and success breeds success. And if you then it's a matter of getting your guys out for those sports. And it's one thing I go back to when Harlan was so successful for so many years.
I was thinking Harlan in my head when you were saying
their guys might be stars in the football and they ended up being role players in the basketball, or vice versa. They were role players in basketball or football and stars on the basketball court. So you reciprocate, you help your teammates out, and it really makes all your programs strong. And like I said, tonight it's just a case where if St. Albert shoots the ball better, this has got a little different feel to it, Dusty.
Yeah, definitely. They can put a stop to the bleeding if they can, get that ball in the hoop. Nonetheless, it is 36-13, 23-point lead for Lewis Central. We will be right back here in just a minute or two as we are getting that second half kicked off. You are listening to Dusty Scahill, Brian Bertini on the KMA live stream. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back. We're getting ready to tip off this second half. 23-point lead for the Lewis Central Titans, and they will end up with the ball.
We had a nice game here, 48-43. The St. Albert Saints girls Class 1A ranked number 7 came with a big impressive win. Now the Lewis Central boys see if they can get that split tonight.
Whitty will be starting off getting that ball into Rutledge right away. The big body was trying to get up and good, but no good there. That's a good start there. That's what they needed.
I like the look. Just tough angle. But maybe that's the basket that you can't score at. So
there we go.
Maybe we'll find out. If St. Albert comes down this end and starts lighting up, then we know it's that end.
St. Albert running a nice set play. They try to go baseline there with Ballinger, but he is stopped immediately.
Oh, good defense right
Nash
there
gets
by
his hand
Paulson.
on it. Never
Tie Paulson there on that one.
Never did change possession, so it will stick with that. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Coach Peterson better be telling his offensive players that, because it was kind of a scramble move. See if Ballinger can get going, but he will not. They're going to get a foul called. Cross once again doesn't like that foul call against him.
They thought the offensive player kind of put an extension out to create some space, but he said it's not what you think. It's what the guy wearing the official shirt says. Nope, I got a good angle on that.
Regardless, the scoreboard's going to have you down for 3 fouls on Cross.
Again, a chance for some points here on the line. Nobody guarding you. Yeah, see, look at that. Went right in.
There's the first all-important point for Ballinger to get down.
It's that basket.
Yeah, that might be it. Now that Ballinger saw it go in, maybe he'll start having success for that sophomore guard. He steps forward across the line.
When it was going well, you get it wiped away, right?
Yeah.
So you can't win for losing tonight, can you?
Yeah. 36-14, just 1 minute into this
little 2-1-2
second half. Yeah, they got to try something different to stop
pressure.
it.
Yeah, just try to slow down. Maybe get some open court turnovers and get some layups and open runouts.
Nice hesitation move by Rutledge to gather himself.
Yeah, he's timed just a little just not quite sure where he was. I think he thought he was a little further out. He was under the basket a little bit, but a little contact. And we can see Coach Torres saying, hey, just go on up, put it off the glass.
Nice.
Free throws coming out for the big guy.
Nice find by Paulson to get him that ball down to the post. A little short on that shot there.
Yeah. He likes to shoot close to the hoop, I think, doesn't he?
Yeah. If he uses too much of his legs to shoot that shot, it might go up and over out of the gym.
Nice touch.
He does use the legs on that one.
Yep,
he definitely made the adjustment, proper adjustment up and in.
Traded free throws here, haven't we?
Yeah, that's how we got so far. Wedgel thought about that corner three. He's going to try to take it. Nice dump off pass there, but they're going to say he caught a little bit on that spin move.
Used his body to kind of create some space, so it's either going to be a turnover or probably an offensive foul.
Flipped it over back to the Titans. Still sticking with this tight half court pressure here.
Pressure's more designed just to kind of slow it down and be opportunistic when you get a chance.
I was just thinking in my head, though, they might be able to shoot their way out of it, and so far they have.
It's not this basket because he made that pretty easy. 40-14 now.
Ballinger no good on that. Whitty down with the rebound. He's going to press the issue here. No one stops him, so he's going to stop and pop and take it. Nice rebound there by Rutledge to gather it.
Nice job. That time he even did a nice job finish basket. So 5 quick points here. Titans.
Soft hands too by the big guy. Shot up and no good. Rebound by Ballinger. He goes up with a shot. And
nice job by Nick Ballinger right there. That's a tough shot. Kind of that mid-range. You're kind of leaning off balance.
Paulson's going to get stuck in that corner. That's where they want you to pick your dribble up or even just start your dribble there. Got to get better offense or defensive spacing from the Falcons. Swing it over. Finding Scott. No good. Rutledge goes up and over the back there, though.
Good box out right there by Owen Marshall.
Definitely.
Kept him away.
And
forced Rutledge to try to lean over. And
that'll be Rutledge's second. Team second.
6'6" for 6'7", right?
Yeah. And about a 100-pound difference, though.
Yep. But Maker's game's just a little different. He's more of a fluid. He can pull out and shoot the three, too. So
I would say I saw him during the warm-ups in the
he's
second half.
He like 5 in a row, yes. So that's another option. Plus, he's a little quicker to close out shooters on the perimeter.
Just like
right
that.
there, yep.
He's the one that got his hands on it.
There's a run out.
He wants that ball on the run out. Scramble ball drill there.
He wanted to flush one down and ended up working out ended like a pass to his teammate right there, number 14.
Jimmy Scott got the foul call drawn against him, so he will go to the line.
Maker had designs on that one, didn't he?
Once that ball got stolen on the other side, he threw his hand up like he was running a go route in football. I got to step on my guy. He had the ball, and he made that move. He could have got around it. He might have been able to get to the rim and finish it, but he's got the vision in his head so far for sure. He's going to keep trying. Scott up and good with that second attempt, so he finally gets on the board with his first point. Scott gets a little aggressive with it. The foul called on Narmi.
He saw that ball out there, and he was just a half second late to go get it. He didn't read it. It's kind of one of those misfortunate fouls, but again, Coach Torres not going to be too disappointed. 27-point lead, and you like your kids still being aggressive defensive on the perimeter.
Larson comes in for the Titans, giving Scott that little quick breather.
There it is. Here it goes.
Here it is.
There it is.
And the flush down by Maker. Didn't take long to get there. Another assist by
Curtis Whitty, you bet. And another turnover. That was a clean one, wasn't it?
Yeah, he gathered himself.
He knew it. I thought he might do a little flare on that or something, but he just went.
He wanted to make sure the dunk went down, so he went the nice jump stop.
Yep.
Simple two-hander.
In a closer game, that would have had a little bit better reaction, but still fun to see.
Titans with the nice little set play, get the ball back to Paulson. Maker is posting up. A little too late on that. He had the post up a little earlier. Whitty tries to go baseline, kick it out. Paulson ends up with that tip pass. Gets the ball out to Maker.
He thought about it,
I thought it was going. Call a little bit of a body check there on Marshall.
And you got to respect him as a perimeter shooter, so you got to get out and close out. But he's got that long legs. His first step is, he's picking up about 8 feet on that first step, Dusty.
Getting halfway there, isn't he?
Yeah, and he can get by your hip in a hurry as a defender, and there's nobody out there for the Falcons who can challenge him if he gets up by the rim. Right there.
Just like that, uses that big, tall body.
It's a great inbound play. If he can get it on the clean, it's just nobody defended. 31-point lead right now. Closing in on that possible running clock. Let's get to 35. Deep three.
Shot there by Ballinger up and no good.
Good box out
by Larson for sure. That's exactly what I was thinking. Nice dish off to Maker.
Another one.
Boom, another one. Nice find by Larson there. Yep. And the chance of Lou go throughout the building.
You don't miss many when you can get up that high and throw it straight down here.
Nice little pick and roll there. Get the ball out to Ballinger. Ballinger's going to go ahead and take it. No good. Rebound Maker. He's filling up that stat line. He's got 9 and 5. Whitty with a nice little stop and pop. No good. Rebound there by Hughes. Maker's going to be challenging him at the rim there. Nice move by Wenjo. That was a nice skill play right there.
The rim ends up being like blocks Maker from able to get a clean block on that. So nice job by Wenjo to use the rim.
He's in double digits. He has more than half of the 18 points for the Falcons. Nice dribble drive by Whitty.
See a little hesitation right there. It throws the defense and the weak side. You got to be careful. Maker gets open. He's going to throw it up to Maker for another dunk, but finishes it off.
Extremely athletic is Whitty. 6'1", senior point guard for the Titans. Shot finds its way to the bottom is Jeremiah Sherrill there on the three-point play.
Right there. That's a big three. You don't want to get that running clock if you're Coach Peters. It's kind of a pride thing right there. You want to see what kind of battle your kids are going to get here.
It's only the fourth Falcons player to score tonight. A little hesitation move there by Larson. Nice hustle, rebound by Maker. Gets a lot
Good
of
job,
contact
man. Yeah,
and fights through that
He's
contact.
got a lot strong in the upper body, too, right there to battle through and put that in.
He's in double digits. He's actually the leading scorer for the Titans now with 11. Ballinger up and good on that
three-pointer. He's starting to heat up a little bit right now, isn't he?
Gets that confidence going.
Got a nice shot. Just nice smooth stroke right there. Shoots in well in rhythm. Good shoulder square to the basket.
Young guard for the Falcons is Nick Ballinger. Maker's going to take a step back and take one himself. In and out, just slightly off to the right.
Give him a point and a half, right?
Yeah, exactly. Narmi with the drive. Paulson, nice strip pass there. Close out there by Paulson as well. You can start saying Ty Paulson instead of Paulson over and over. Nice quick shot there.
Number 11.
Hughes knocks it down.
A little bit better offense here in this last couple minutes for the Falcons.
Definitely.
Look better flow. They're getting better looks, and of course the ball's going in, so always makes your offense look better.
Ty Paulson trying to find something, finds Nash, top of the key, in
Nice.
rhythm,
Little
shot.
Bounce. We got a quick timeout. I think Coach Torres wanted to sub quick. This guy sat over there for about 2 minutes. There wasn't a lot of stoppage for a little bit.
30-second timeout, so we'll just go ahead and stick with you here. That was a nice little pivot shot there by Tolson. Got it nice in rhythm, even though it was on the opposite, it was on his pivot with his right foot. I always used to like to take that shot, actually.
Yeah, a lot of times right-handed shooters shoot well going left.
Exactly.
Because your shoulders are already square. You don't have to do a pivot and curl around. You're already up square. The ball can get into a very quick shooting position. And you can get a good release.
I always just took pride in it because it looked like you knew what you were doing if you're able to get your shoulders square and be smooth with it.
What a forgotten thing is, most good shooters are the recipient of a really good pass. Unless you're going to create off the dribble yourself, you're dependent upon the pass. And if you can, as a passer, get the ball in the hands of the shooter where they want it, they can get a quick release and get a shot off before the defender can close out.
St. Albert trying to catch the Titans sleeping a little bit as the break from the timeout was done. Ballinger gets a nice deep three, little short. Narmi with the rebound, goes up with it. He's going to get up and good.
He's just got a knack to be in the right place at the right time. He's just kind of a bulldog in there, isn't he?
Yep. That's 7 points for Narmi. 56-29, 45 seconds left in this third quarter. Nice defense by Ballinger. Stutzman in a little bit of trouble. And then
there's Narmi.
Falcons end up with that loose ball.
I'm going to find a way to get this ball.
Yeah,
you need guys like that on your team that just have that knack to go in and scrap for balls, mix it up with guys that are, much bigger, heavier, stronger, and
end up on the floor
more times than not. Yeah, he doesn't mind it. He gets up, goes right after again, and he just, I'll just keep coming after you and find a way sometimes to get unorthodox shots and put them in.
There is Narmi on that wing. He's going to end up getting double teamed, gets the ball off to Hughes. Hughes going to do a little left-handed floater. Rutledge comes down with that rebound. Shot clock is off, 20 seconds left.
Yeah, Rutledge.
A little bit of an aggressive post up there.
Well, it doesn't take much. When he weighs a guy by about 150 pounds. Like, Coach, I think I breathed on it.
I just moved my arm.
I did, and he moved like 6 feet.
That will be 3 on Rutledge. Offensive foul, even though it's a fifth, that means they will not shoot free throws. Ballinger's going to try to take one-on-one here. He stops his dribble, so he's going to have to find someone to help him out.
Good
nice defense
right
there by Larson.
Yeah, Larson and
4 seconds
Dylan
left.
Voudry in the game right there, number 12.
Stuck in the corner is Shirley. Gets out of it, gets a shot up, but that is up and no good. So that is how that third quarter will end. 56-29 is the lead for the Lewis Central Titans. We will go ahead and take a quarter break. We'll be back to bring you the fourth quarter action right after this. You're listening to KMA Extreme. All right, welcome back. We're getting ready to do this fourth quarter action in this conference game. Currently, the Lewis Central Titans leading 56-29 over the St. Albert
and they've
Falcons.
been in command from the get-go. Led 22-8 after one, 36-13. They got up to 51-18 at one time, and nice little flurry finish right there. But it's been Lewis Central all the way tonight.
Yeah, definitely those athleticism and size and depth and speed all
right
around.
There.
It's actually the first action tonight for Caleb Moore.
Moore up there in the shot. Got another football guy right there. And
definitely.
Rutledge cleaned it up. Offensive rebound, fouled, and the putback. Big guy going to the free throw line again. Tonight, Trevor down in Clarinda. I saw a good girls game. Clarinda girls with a big win tonight over the Glenwood girls, 38-37.
Defending that home court.
Yeah.
Boys game should be close as well.
Yeah. Coach, the Hannafin name familiar because the coach of the Connor Hannafin.
Yep.
Which is the son of Chris Hannafin. So when they get together, it's the battle of the Hannafins.
Right. It'll be an intense matchup, won't it?
Yes, yes, it will.
Swing it over to Hughes in the corner. He's in and out. Rutledge comes down with yet another rebound. Another on the radio on the FM and the Extreme. Ethan Hewitt is in Stanton watching East Mills and Stanton. That boys game should definitely be a good one as well. The kind of the battle of the top two quarter conference teams. Rutledge with those nice hands picks up that ball immediately, just gets it in his mitts.
Yeah, you're not going to rip it away from him. He just threw it up there and he's not going to get the basket, but he's in a familiar place, which is where, Dusty?
At the free throw line. Even you can hammer on him all you want. He probably is going to feel it.
I think he's got 6 of the 8, I think, have been at the free throw line. He's got 1 basket.
You're three of his 6. He's got 2 field goals, 3 free throws.
Yeah, nice crowd tonight. It's kind of thinned out a little bit tonight, but you were here for that girls game. That was quite a battle, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really a good one. Nice, close battle between the rated 1A team taking on a talented 4A team. And the smaller 1A team coming out, pulling out that road victory. Pretty impressive overall. Rutledge, another rebound.
He says, I'll get the points. He's just going to convert to the putback. So
he's now in double digits. He's at
29,
10.
31-point lead now, Lewis Central.
Ballinger trying to stop that bleeding a little bit up and no good. Larson with that long shot rebound. Good concentration tonight.
I think Coach Court's going to be really impressed, really proud of his team's defense tonight.
A lot of steps.
Little happy feet right there by Dylan Vaudry.
Bringing Whitty and Paulson back in. 6:44 left.
I'm guessing they're going to probably get about another minute or 2 right here. Their night will be done. As in, they've got a busy schedule next week. They'll host Norwalk here, boy-girl. Go to Atlantic for a conference game Friday, and then Saturday night in the Mid-America Shootout, they'll play Gretna East in the afternoon, I believe.
Interstate matchup. Yep. That was a nice play by Larson to tip it off there.
So that Gretna East will have some good ball clubs, and that'll be a good test. Step out of your conference, step out of the state in a sense, and not have to travel very far to do it. The Mid-America Shootout. There'll be a lot of teams. Be a lot of teams from around the area.
That's really exciting. I like that they do that. That's really cool.
Yeah. Gives you a chance to play in a completely different environment.
Larson with the long 3, up and no good, leaves it a little short.
Ooh, good defense.
Nice defense
there
by Vaudry. Good hustle.
He almost got it.
Kicks it back out. Actually ends up with his Parker Heisterkamp for St. Albert's. Gets his first varsity action of the night. We got to see him finish off that JV game with a St. Albert winning a JV game in the battle. So at least they got that win for tonight.
Foul right there on Heisterkamp, as you mentioned.
Paulson coming in for Larson, give him one last breather.
And what's lost in this is, too, Lewis Central's going to go to 2-0 in the conference. It's a nice start by them.
Nice swing over Paulson, wide open for 3, no good. He probably wants that one back because he's knocked down tougher ones tonight.
That was a good look. He knew it, too. He squared up. Nice steal in the open court.
Nice steal by Stessman. Man, good hands. Another just great athlete.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to say that never got tipped, so they're going to mark him for a travel.
Off his body. Yeah, he went up with it and came down with it. If he throws it up as a shot, you can go get it again, but you can kind of let go of possession.
Max Godel in for the Falcons, getting his first varsity action of the night. Nice drive up and
Wagner
no
got
good
a
by
piece of that.
Ballinger. Hughes with the three-pointer. Lefty is up and no good. Good box out by Whitty. He comes down with it. They try to trap him, but it's got a little quick with it.
Yeah, Coach Torres said just slow down just a little bit.
What?
He goes, you're up by 30 points here.
I was just about to mention that too.
We're going to get a timeout by Coach Peterson.
So Coach Peterson will take a timeout. We will take one as well. Let's go ahead and take a break. You are listening to KMA Livestream. Dusty Scale, Brian Bertini on the call. We'll be back after this. All right, welcome back here. 5:26 left in this ball game. 60-29. 31-point lead for the Titans, leading the St. Albert's Falcons. Trying to get the chip away at this lead is the Falcons, and they got all second stringers guys in there, I think, except for.
Well, these are important minutes because the coaches get a chance to kind of see what some guys can do, and they get a chance to get some quality minutes because, like I said, you never know how the season's going to play out. An injury here, an injury there, sickness kicks in, and it's nice to be able to get some minutes. Look at some guys.
Against a very quality team as that. Paulson Whitty with another assist. Unofficially, I have him for 7 assists.
That's a nice give in and out. Again, you hit the shot. It looks really good when it goes in, doesn't it?
15 for Paulson. He has 5 3-pointers.
That'd be Nash Paulson.
Yes.
Ties the lefty.
I mean, impressive game, 5 3-pointers, but he's actually underneath his points average. So he's been. What else could you really wish for?
I think pretty soon Coach Torres is going to get a little deeper and deeper into this bench down there.
As we've said before, they're going to start getting deep into this bench, but it's
it's
getting guys that have been playing the whole game. I mean, they're so deep and so athletic.
Going 9 or 10 deep tonight, and all guys have contributed at some point, haven't they, Dustin?
Yeah. I mean, your bench post player has 2 dunks tonight.
Yeah.
And 11 points.
Like, big games.
It's just tough to defend.
St. Albert boys, they got a busy schedule next week. Monday they'll host Underwood in a girl-boy double. That's going to be a great game both ways.
Game.
Of course, Underwood boys are just loaded. Then Thursday they're going to be St. Albert boys will be at East Mills in Malvern. Then Friday against Shenandoah in the Mid-America Shootout. So Coach Peterson's squad's going to be tested next week.
Definitely tested next week. Maybe, predicting-wise, get a little bit of easy games with East Mills and Shenandoah, but, you definitely got to play the game still nonetheless. But if they can play tough against Underwood, that'll really set their week off.
Yeah, I mean, especially being home and, it'll be a little tougher environment. Of course, the girls' game should be a good one.
That's in Underwood, right?
It's in Underwood,
Yep.
Elizabeth Jacobson for the Underwood Eagles, the girls, she's about 6'3". Eva's like 6'3". It's going to be a battle with some bigs.
That will be a good game.
Of course, the boys loaded. Underwood reaching the state championship game in Class 2A football. Guys like Jack Von Fossen.
Yeah.
Garrett Lutt, quarterback. Mason Boothby. Yeah, they got a talented Owen Lar. They got a talented lineup up there, and but this St. Albert team is a lot better than the score indicates here tonight, I think, too.
Definitely.
We saw them just kind of have an off shooting night early, and he's gotten such a big hole. The depth really showed its course here tonight for the Titans.
I think it's going to be one of those things. I think you and I have talked about it before, of almost like the styles make fights. Like, just stylistically, it's going to be tough for this St. Albert's team to match up against.
Yeah, I mean, and if you shoot the ball well early, you can gain confidence, stay in the game. But, Lewis Central just kind of shot him out of it there. They just fell down 22-8 and just could never recover.
Yeah, I don't think the basketball math is going to work out for St. Albert's in the fact of, you see someone else that's going to lose, by this amount to Lewis Central. They might end up beating them by almost as much. It's just that style won't be this daunting of a task, when they can face some other conference team. And really, there aren't going to be too many teams that don't have at least a hard time dealing with Lewis Central as the year goes on.
2'6" guy, 6'6", 6'7", and guys up and down the lineup that are strong physically and just good athletes. They're quick,
good
deep.
basketball IQs as well.
There's a block by Lou. He just stuck his hand up and flicked it away.
Poor.
Now what you're hoping for both teams is nobody just gets one of those injuries that puts you out of for a few games.
Of course.
You can see Coach Torres saying, well, you got to get out of there.
He doesn't want to. He smells blood in the water probably. So 63-32 is where we're at. 3:18 left in this ball game. Nice drive there by Larson. Good left-handed take. Nice soft touch.
I like how he used his shoulder and body, keep the defender off. Good finish. Kane Hughes on the under. Nice job by Kane under. He just has missed some good looks. He just can't find that basket.
Larson with a nice drive finds Stetsman along the wing.
He thought about it.
Jimmy Scott ends up getting that gather ball. See if he can recover. He does. So he'll set that back up. 20 seconds left on that shot clock. Nice find there down low. Boundary went for the cut.
A little bit of an overpass there. Probably Caleb Moore probably would have second-guessed that, taken that up.
Are they saying it's staying here? Must have been off a tip pass.
Could be.
Yep, staying here. Lewis Central will keep the possession. Reset the shot clock, though.
33-point lead, so another basket will induce the running clock here.
2:37 left. Larson trying to get a double pick set up here. They're going to find Caleb Moore open for the three up top, and he nails it.
Good job by Caleb to get his shoulder square, and it's good execution right there. So now we have the running clock.
All right, there we go. 36-point lead. Is that right?
Yep,
Yeah,
it's
36.
got to get down below 25 before that's off. That just means it won't stop even when the ball goes out of bounds. Shooting fouls about only.
Rebound there by Caleb Moore. He's going to take it all himself. Big body. Going to take on all the contact he can take.
So that will prompt a stop. Shooting fouls will put you at the line. That will stop the clock. But under 2 minutes now, and again, just a really solid defensive effort by the Titans first half. They went shut down. The third quarter was the turning point to me there. It was 22-8. They come back, only held St. Albert to 5 points in that second quarter. It didn't allow them to get any momentum at all. Led 36-13 and a half, Dusty, and then, just their athletic ability to get out and run and create some turnovers. And we saw Llewellyn Maker put a couple dunks down, and just the overall depth. And Coach Peterson, there's some things you're going to take away. You liked some things you saw tonight. They battled back, 20-16 in that third quarter. They could have really let it get away from them. They didn't.
Went on their own little 11-6 run that we took note of. And really what's one good thing for Lewis Central, which I think it's something they can hang their hat on, is they've got the size, the speed, and the knowledge that they don't have to change the style of defense for any team. They can match up with anyone in any way. So
you've got depth.
They can just keep doing what they know.
Yeah, and you can be aggressive. I mean, you want to keep your main players on the floor at all times, out of foul trouble. But if I pick up a couple fouls and I got to come out for a while, the guys behind me are going to fill in more than adequately.
We are at 1:24
I'm guessing that they have some pretty darn good practices, don't they?
Oh man, I bet they can battle 5-on-5 big time.
You can go pretty deep, which makes you all better.
Oh, it's
nice step through right there.
Parker Stetsman with a nice little step through. Everyone's still battling through it. 1:07 left to go and still rolling.
So the Lewis Central boys going to avoid the St. Albert sweep tonight. The girls, St. Albert get the 48-43 win in the opener, and the Lewis Central boys, pretty resounding fashion with the closeout game tonight.
So no one gets the true bragging rights as a full school. Squad to squad gets the bragging rights.
They will meet again.
Definitely.
After winter break sometime in January. And again, that'll be in St. Albert. And like I said, by that time, you just never know how things go.
And then is it the second game of the schedule is what actually counts for against the conference record?
I'm not sure. I think it's this one tonight. I think it's a Friday night game that usually counts. But you're right. It's kind of goofy when they do that. But
yeah. I need Trevor Mater to explain that exactly to me.
We're going to run this one out. So, Dusty, again, got to be pretty impressed if you're Coach Torres, and like what you saw from your team tonight, they're going to improve to 2-1, 2-0. I think in the conference. St. Albert going to drop to 2-1. Again, great performance tonight. It's tight. They just shot themselves really well the first quarter, so nice finish out here.
Yeah, definitely. That will be what it ends at, 69-32. Lewis Central will take the victory over the crosstown rival of the St. Albert's Falcons. Well, that was definitely pretty good performance overall by Ricky Torres and his gang of Titans players.
Yeah, impressed with the shooting early. They really shot themselves and made it difficult because that forced the Falcons to have to come out and extend that defense, which then opened up opportunities inside the lane. And just the basket seemed to have a lid on it for the St. Albert, and they just could never recover. And then St. Albert just dug too deep a hole.
Nash Paulson led the way in scoring for the Titans with 15. Lual Maker had 11. Garrett Rutledge and Ty Paulson both had 10. And Curtis Whitty, senior guard, had 9 and 7 assists. Big contributor for the Titans. Flipping it over for the St. Albert's Falcons, Luke Wettengel led the way with 10. Ballinger ended up with 6 in the second half. Couple threes made by Hughes and Sherrill. And then off the bench, Noah Narmi led the way, or didn't lead the way. Noah Narmi contributed with 7 points. But nonetheless, that's how it goes. Thank you for listening to KM Extreme. We are listening to Dusty Scahill and Brian Bertini. We will catch you guys next time.